All right, so I made it back into my car finally, and just soaked head to toe. But as we were leaving, as I was walking away, a woman pulled up and was like, "Hey, I have pizza that I brought." And in the back here, you can see there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's seven like jumbo pizzas from Costco that she brought. And so I talked to one of the other guys here that was we're going to go ahead and take these pizzas down to the I think it's a Union Gospel Mission here. And Jason, what's up?
Hey,
I'm coming around. Sorry, I just had to get everything situated in my car here. And are you driving a black SUV or no? Okay, I'm gonna.
no, I'm in a Subaru sedan.
Okay, I'm gonna come around the way that you walked away from my car, so I'll be coming that direction.
Okay.
And I'll be there in 2 seconds. There we go. So I'm talking here and it's through the Bluetooth in my car. You dummy. One second here. Sorry guys, mute for a second there. I'm trying to find the right Subaru. I think that I gotta go back up past through right there. So I was kind of curious what everyone's thoughts are on things. You know, I wasn't able to look at a lot of comments while I was filming, just because I'm trying to avoid doing that as much as I have been, because I feel like it's really kind of, honestly, it takes me away from a lot of what I'm trying to accomplish. I get wrapped up in what people are saying and not covering what's happening. So not that it's not important, but thank you. Thanks a lot. All right, there we go. But it's just tough to, you know, to manage everything at the same time. So I'm doing my best to kind of keep everyone involved and stay as readily available to what's happening in my surroundings at the same time. So Steph, I'll definitely give you a call once we wrap. It'll just be a little bit here. I gotta hello? Oh yeah, so I didn't know you were on my other phone, so I just started hearing this weird there's this weird rustling sound from like my nether region. I was like, what is happening down there? But yeah, we're gonna be, so we're heading to which one? The Union Gospel, is that what you said? Salvation Army, okay. Cool, that works, man. About how far out is that? Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'm gonna hop off just because I'm on my live right now. Yeah. So I will. I'll stay right on your hip or on your tail, I guess, one of the two. I will follow you. Is what I will do. Well, focus on the road, man. I can't be on my phone. I'll talk to you in a minute, okay? How about it? Apparently, I don't even know how to operate my own phone because I didn't. Okay. How do I hang up? There we go. Okay, cool. We're good. I think we're good. I think I figured it out. So yeah, we're gonna be heading down to the Salvation Army right now. Drop off these 7 pizzas I got behind me, which is cool that we're able to do that. Surplus is always a come up for somebody, so Might as well give it to people that need it right now, right? I didn't get the free breathers contact info, but if you guys, someone just asked, Crystal Ray, if there's anybody that was catching some of the links or some of like the organizational, the .coms and whatnot, or whatever people are putting out there that you want to go ahead and post up, feel free to share that in the links. If anyone's interested and they want to go check those things out, I encourage that. And go Ducks. When you tell Sherry, are you repping for Oregon right now? I get it. But yeah, no, the road, my phone is mounted right in front of me right here, so it kind of is a weird angle because it's that wide lens, but it's right in front of me. So yeah, I hope that everyone was able to kind of get an idea of what's going on, which is cool that we came out today. I know it was miserable conditions, but the next couple days I'm going to be covering some of these kind of reopen rallies that some of the businesses are doing here. I know I missed down, I was invited by the some of the city officials down in Oregon, in Molalla, that they're pushing hard for the same thing, for the reopen rallies. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get down there, but and then things cracked off in Salem, not too far from there as well, and Portland. So it just doesn't stop. But I'm curious what everyone's thoughts are on the business shutdown, all the shutdowns right now. Because I know I personally have friends that have had to shut their doors. Luckily, most of them were insulated, so they're maintaining. But I do have a good friend of mine that had a shop that shut down, and unfortunately he's not able to reopen. So he's well, good for him for the resourcefulness of his nature, because he was able to kind of work his way around and get some other things worked out. And I'll say this about COVID and everything, it's cultured up a lot of creativity. But it is where Everett got married, right here at this cemetery. Big shout out to Yelm. Yeah, so I mean, much like what I'm doing right now, I wouldn't have been doing this had I not had, everything, the perfect storm of chaos that kind of has, attacked us here in 2020. So but yeah, it's definitely cultured up a lot of creativity. Jason's getting the traffic jam. All right, well, what is this guy doing? I'm going in front of you, Cameron. There you go. Ooh, you just got swooped on. It's like a Mario Kart move right there. We did the whole overtake. I have no idea, actually. I don't play Mario Kart, but I would imagine that's what it would have looked like if I was behind the wheels of the Koopa Mobile or whatever it is. But so the issue that I'm seeing right now, which I'm sure everyone is, like the big controversy, right, is not the big, but one of them is that the businesses are being shut down because of the virus. Now, everyone's affected. The world is affected. So many different industries are being radically decimated by the lack of influx of business. Small, medium-sized businesses, of course, are the primary focus for all of the radical loss. But as far as the businesses are concerned, so now it comes down to the protection factor. Are these shutdowns actually stemming or slowing the spread of the virus? Has the coronavirus been, the spread has been mitigated because of these shutdowns? Right now, the question I'm posing to you is that what people are saying? Do you feel like that's a change that's happened? Has that made a radical impact enough to justify businesses being shut down to stop the spread of this virus? And then it comes down to a responsibility factor, right? Should the business be shut down and stop people from having even the option to go there, or should the responsibility be placed on the people to, if you do choose to go out and shop at a business, to protect yourself? And then there's the legions of the mask hardcores that are no, you have to wear a mask and I wear a mask, so we have double the protection, and then everybody's safe. Which, if it's that bad, honestly, it's tough. You guys have seen me. I don't typically wear a mask. I just haven't done it, and been tested multiple times, never had a positive COVID test. God bless. You know, I know that there's people that have lost family members, and I'm not in any way taking away from the grief that they're experiencing. What I will say is that it's up to us as individuals to be responsible. And I think what's being done is that the opportunity to be responsible is being taken away from us. The government's saying, well, we don't trust you enough to do things on a bigger scale to protect people, so we're going to do it for you. We're going to shut these businesses down. You're not going to be allowed to operate, and that's how we're going to control this virus, by controlling everything underneath it. It's affected by it, which is causing radical effects in its own. So my personal thoughts is, you know, if you're going to go out and you're that worried about everything, like about the virus and everything, like just don't go out. And if it's a business that's open, you don't have to go into it. That's the thing about it. Like, it doesn't mean that just because the business is open that you are going to be forced to shop at a store at all. Like, you're not required to go to that store, but taking away the option for you to go, and if you do want to go, double mask yourself, wear a hood. I've seen advertisements for these personal incubator bubbles you can wear that have like gloves and the whole nine built into them. Like, you could probably go into space with these things. Wear one of those, you know, rock it out, and then you protected yourself. You're not going to acquire the virus. You're not going to spread the virus. You're able to interact and boop, skip. But this whole thing for me has just been wildly confusing as to like how they've been able to pick what makes it a valid, virus reduction strategy. Like, when you walk into the restaurant, you have to have a mask on, but the second you sit down, you're good. How does that make any sense to me? That makes zero sense to me. I've walked into restaurants and had, like, I was in Kenosha actually, and many of us were there. Emily actually got yelled at too. Walked in, the bartender like, put a mask on, blah 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 blah, and just like reaming her. And from the door to where we were all playing darts was like 10 feet, like 10, 15 feet. And so it was one of those like, okay, and off. All right, you're good. You've just now saved the world from the spread of Corona. And the whole, like, I figured it out. So if you guys want to avoid Corona, like, apparently all you have to do is avoid Corona by ducking. And I'm saving the world. But the businesses, I mean, to not give them the opportunity. So, you know, shutting down things like, let's say it was for instance, a barber shop, right? Let's say you have to wear a mask while you're getting your hair cut. I'll wear a mask while I'm cutting your hair, and gloves, whatever it is. Now we've taken the PPE, you know, personal protection equipment. We've taken the things that we need to do. We've taken into consideration everyone's safety. Now I can actually operate in my business. Right? That makes sense to me. That would make sense to me if people are able to just take an opportunity to kind of protect themselves instead of someone else saying, I know what's best for you, so I'm going to operate for you. And I think maybe that's just like the American in me, and it's like, no, you can't tell me what to do. Hell no. But it's just the whole mask thing to me is a joke, because even on the airplane, like I was mentioning earlier, like I got on a plane and my mask wasn't covering my nose. Mind you, the mask I've got on, guys, is a sleeve of a t-shirt that I cut off. Like, it's a gator that I made out of a t-shirt. Whatever. So I pull my t-shirt up, I nod off, and the flight attendant comes up and it got heated. Like, they called the air marshal. Like, the guy on the plane was like, do we need to land this plane? Like, do you understand that it'll be like, started making these radical federal charges? And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, this is going to be an issue. Like, the fact that my nose wasn't covered while I was sleeping by a t-shirt. So I was like, okay, fine. I took my mask all the way off and just started drinking my water. And I was like, are we good now? Is everyone safe at this point? And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of like a tool shed, like, because it was making a scene. But I just found myself getting more and more angry about the fact that, like, it didn't make sense. It made no sense to me. I was like, this is asinine. This whole thing is just a joke to me. That, like, right now we're fighting over the fact that, like, my t-shirt isn't covering enough of my face to, like, stop the spread through my cotton shirt. You know, like, I don't think Fruit of the Loom was really built to, like, stop the spread of Corona. So anyway, it was crazy. So let me ask, is this it? We here? All right, cool. I'm gonna hop off my feed here real fast.
I'm gonna knock and see if they're even receptive. active.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, so Jason, actually, the brand of the umbrella, he's here with me right now. He's the one. So this is a dude who's been super cool. Bird's Eye Photography. If you guys check him out. We ran into each other in July, 4th of July. He was really cool, really helpful. We don't really see each other ever. I actually haven't seen him since July, but he's in Olympia, and it's, you know, it's cool. So hold on, I think, yeah, all right, cool. Hey, do you want me to pull around that backside? I'll pull around. All right, cool. Yeah, so we just went up and asked if we could drop these pizzas off, and they said yes, we can. And so we're gonna go ahead and drop off a bunch of these pizzas too. We gotta come up on this back door here. So I'm gonna flip a Yui, and then we're gonna go ahead and feed some folks, which I'm stoked about. There's dudes at the door that were like, yes, this is great. So here we go. I'm gonna pull it into this loading zone here, and then all right, cool. So here we go. Oh, we need one your wish list. Yeah. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these pizzas here. Bear with me for a second, guys. I'm just gonna keep you loaded on here real fast. And here, I'm gonna have to do this. 1 second here. That's not working. 1 second. I don't know if I should bring the phone, how I'm gonna do that, but oh man, oh sorry, the door's locked. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna carry it with me, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but we'll figure it out. You want me to grab half of those? You got them?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, let me get those plates. I got you. There we go. Cool. What's the name of your umbrella, Jay?
Unbreakable umbrella.
The Unbreakable Umbrella, used by the Secret Service. So we were down here with the Salvation Army guys, and they are taking donations of food, which is awesome. So
Okay, is this already cooked pizza?
Oh,
yeah, it's all from
okay.
Costco. Yeah,
Oh, well, thank you so much.
you're welcome. Here's a bunch of plates as well.
All right.
Yeah, it's hot. It just got there, but it's ready to rock and roll. I think there's like 7 there.
My sister not too long ago, so we're glad to do it for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there anything that for the Salvation? Sorry, I do a live stream show. We're covering a lot of stuff. Is there anything that people can do to help with the Salvation Army, donation wise? Is there things that you guys
We
need?
can always use blankets and stuff like that. Blankets, bedding, clothes and stuff like that. We
Okay.
can always use that for people, especially jackets right now since it's cold.
Right.
But,
Okay.
What up?
Is it just bring them right here to the Salvation Army? What's the address here?
808 Fifth Ave.
808 Fifth Ave.
Or southeast, I believe, or northeast.
808 somewhere east 5th Ave, Olympia. Well, I think, yeah, like I said, there's like 7 here. These guys are saying that you could use blankets, jackets, rain gear probably,
Yeah,
parkas,
anything for
Yeah,
people
like
who do,
hand warmers.
hand warmers. Okay.
Hand warmers, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anything for people that need help.
Absolutely.
Just like anything you think they can use for outside, absolutely, we'll take anything.
That's fantastic. Okay, definitely. Is there anything that you feel people could do right now themselves if they're not able to donate directly? Is there any sites they can go to? Is there anything else where you could direct people online maybe?
For what?
Anything they can do to help in
Oh, like volunteering?
assisting
and
or
stuff?
volunteering? Yeah.
I'm not sure much about volunteering here. I'm not sure on that, to be honest with you. But I know that here, it's mostly, we can use that stuff I just mentioned. But there's
Sure.
not really much for us-wise to help, like volunteering and stuff. Like,
Okay.
we don't do that right this second. 'Cause
Gotcha.
of COVID.
Sure.
But I haven't seen anybody here volunteering yet.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
What do you think, Aziza?
Oh, wait, don't put me on.
she's
Well, the volunteering part with Salvation Army, we don't do. That's more about the, I think, just Catholic Community Service. That's volunteering.
Catholic Community Services.
I believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Alright.
Well, I'll let you get while it's warm. I'm sure I saw some guys up front. There's some guys over here that are.
I'm pretty sure they'll like it.
I'll give them a shout. Let them know there's pizza over here. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Good.
thank you.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for what you're doing. I appreciate you. Happy holidays. All right. Take care. All right. We're gonna go grab these guys and let them know there's pizza over there. Yo, you guys hungry? I just dropped off a bunch of pizzas over there across the street. If y'all are hungry. Yeah, they're over there. Go ahead and grab them. They're warm right now. Hey, y'all hungry? Yeah. Hey, we just dropped off like 7 jumbo pizzas across the street. If you guys are hungry, yeah, they're still warm, ready to rock and roll. So yeah, if you're hungry, go ahead and grab them. I'm feeling me good. You good? All right, guys. Hey, be safe. Stay warm. All right. Take care. Cool, man. I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad you knew to come down here, man. That's awesome. It's weird. There's like food in odd places, like up on top of that. It's like a medley of vegetables. But whew, it is just
COVID's made it hard on them for them to even get into places sometimes.
Yeah.
Remember, there was actually an outbreak, or somebody tested positive, and they ended up.
Yeah, we dropped it off. I think just go knock on the back door there.
They ended up putting her in a hotel for quarantine.
Okay.
For a couple of weeks. I don't know when everybody else stuff. Everybody else.
I don't know. Do you know? Do they house people inside here?
They do.
They do.
That's actually the residential entrance. I didn't know about the back.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew about my sister.
Yeah, I don't know if these guys know which way to go either, but
I'm sure they'll get.
I'm sure they'll figure it. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Whew, man. Where are you heading from here?
I'm just gonna head home.
You're
welcome to come join me if you want, or.
What, you live pretty close? I'm so good. I'm probably gonna head home and just try to dry off, man.
I'm not too far. I'm just up the road, maybe 5 minutes.
I'm just like 30 minutes from here too. But I'm just all the way down to my feet are just drenched.
Yeah, I'm totally.
Yeah, you look soaked, man. Even though you've got that amazing freaking umbrella. People were asking about it. They're like, so what's that umbrella Jason's using? I was like, all right. Yeah. Yeah, man. So again, Bird's Eye Photography. Come check.
Bird's Eye News. Or
Bird's Eye News that we're going off right now. Which I dig, man. I remember like when we met 4th of July actually out in the streets of Seattle on that terrible day with the incident on the freeway with that DeWitt Kalite who drove through the protesters that were on the freeway, which subsequently ended up injuring people and taking the life of another. But we met and you did some photography actually while I was interviewing the Washington State Patrol on the freeway right there. And but yeah, your name, I remember checking out like Bird's Eye. I was like, it's so cool, man. I was like the bard telling the story, but then like the bird's eye view. I was like, clever, very clever.
I usually don't like to have my face out there. I just want to give other people. Well, I don't mind.
I was a little late in the game to tell me that, bro.
I like giving other people a voice. I just want to tell the story. I don't like talking it. Let somebody else.
Yeah.
Be their own voice.
Yeah.
Hopefully help amplify it a little. I'm just local. I'm here in Olympia.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go any bigger and
elevating voices.
I'm 100% disabled.
Logos. You're 100% disabled vet, you said.
So I figure everyone's paying me anyway. So
yeah.
Whenever I can, I come out.
That's awesome, man. Hey, it's great that you're doing it, man. Well, go home, get dry, man. It was great seeing you, bro.
Well, thanks for helping.
Hey, man. Really good seeing you. I'll be back in town tomorrow, actually. I think I'm going to cover that the reopen rally they're doing. Whatever restaurant, that Woodland, I think it is.
That's not here.
I don't know where Woodland is.
I don't know where Woodland is. I think it's more up your alley, up north.
I just moved to like Tacoma, so yeah.
It's a bit up north. And then Monday is going to be big support for Farm Boy, which is about 20 minutes down the road from here.
Yeah.
On I-5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to that one as well. So and then of course we got the 6th going on, which will be interesting. So a lot of stuff happening in the next couple of days, man. There we go. My guy got a whole pizza.
Yeah, anytime, like I said, I don't ever like being in front of the camera. So if you ever want someone being behind your camera for you, let me know if you're in the area.
You got it, man. Yo, you got that pizza, man.
Yep.
Good stuff, brother. Try to stay dry, brother. Take care of yourself. All right, Jay, we'll catch you later, brother. Be good. Thanks again. Oh my gosh, man. This is rain. No, I'm not. So someone just asked if I'm going to DC in January 6th. No, I'm not planning on going out to DC. I'm going to be staying local here in Washington. Probably be in Olympia, covering things there. And yeah. Man, I ate that pizza on the fly, you guys. My best friend Tums are in the car with me, which is great. Yeah. This keeps me running, guys. Which is sad. But it's not actually, it used to be a lot worse. You guys remember I used to have to crack back on Tums like freaking 3 times a day, but now we're doing pretty good. Krista, why don't people want to cover their faces for Pete's sake? Someone said during the speeches, it was interesting. He said, I'm not going to be muzzled. Sorry. And really, it's a tough one because for me, it's like, I don't want someone telling me what I have to do with my body. Like, when you ask me, like, hey, would you be willing to? Like, okay, no problem with it. Steph, you're right. We do need Tums to sponsor the stream. But maybe I just don't like being told what to do. But plus, it's, I don't know. A lot of it's relevance too. You know? Oh my gosh. It's just soaking wet. Smoothie Tums? Is that a thing? What are smoothie Tums? Sounds crazy. This is holding up surprisingly well, I think. I don't know how dry I am underneath here, but I know I'm far from dry everywhere else. So, whew, what a day. What a day. I had to figure out how to get out of here real quick. So, we're going to be driving for a minute. Hope y'all are cool with coming with me. Yeah, so Deanna says it's my choice. I'm not going to have someone tell me that I have to. I gotta do this real fast. Okay, here we go. Glad to see you cover Olympia. Yeah, Sissy, definitely. Bakersfield Street Media and their coverage of the missing boys. No, Pamela, I haven't. Someone actually hit me up about Bakersfield Media, or the BSM, and they were asking if, sorry, Dennis, I didn't. They were asking if that was my hometown. I was like, no, I'm not from Baco. I dated a girl in Baco, though. A girl named Amy. Met her in Vegas. We were in love. Again, DC bound, Americom, huh? Yeah, definitely. No, I'm not gonna make it to DC this round. It's just, honestly, it's a lot of travel. I'm having to go back to my a 9 to 5 for a little while. We'll go back from 9 to 5 to pay bills right now. Working on doing the best we can with this to make sure so I can go back to doing this full time, but need more support, y'all. So if you're able to help out, it's greatly appreciated, and it does make a difference on the places I'm able to go and what I'm able to cover. So this travel has been expensive. I mean, it gets really expensive flying cross country. I've been to DC like 4 times in the last 6 weeks or something like that, and it's just like, that's literally Seattle to DC, cross country. Almost as far as you can go, so it's not cheap. And you got, when I'm not staying with family, if I'm staying downtown, it's hotels and all that extra thing, food and everything else. So it all adds up anyway. But yeah, there's ways you can help out with the Amazon Prime. You get a monthly subscription to the channel, so for free. So you can do that on Twitch. You can sub in on Twitch. And also, if you guys do on Facebook, if you do ! notify. I believe that you'll get notifications. So if anyone's not getting notifications when I go live, that's a way that we can solve that problem. And so you'll get direct notifications that'll come into your phone, or wherever you happen to be, whatever platform, hardware you happen to be using to look at my big ugly mug. And so, yeah, and then of course YouTube. But we're gonna be like putting together. I had a guy that I went to high school with. I ran into at a gym that I work out at here close to my house. Or up close to my house, and he was curious about the whole donations. Well, I'll get you guys dialed in on that for the trip. Oh, real fast, before I tell you about that, again, 3 weeks from now, guys, because we're in the thick of what just happened. So 3 weeks from the third week end of January, I'll be teaming up with For the People, By the People out of Bakersfield, California. And we'll be going to Las Vegas for the weekend. And we're going to spend the entire weekend doing handouts, donation, help out with the homeless community, the houseless community there. People that are non-destinational, transient, whatever you want to say. We're going to be doing our best to help out there. So we're going to be doing some fundraisers. We're going to do a trailer fill, which I'm not sure what the title of it's going to be, but we're going to try to fill the entire trailer before John and crew drive from Bakersfield over to Vegas. So I might end up, if we get enough donations sent into Vegas, we're going to try to find a donation spot there that we can have things sent to, so we can go ahead and refill every day that we're down there, and we're going to be out all day doing it. And if there's opportunities, if you're in California, in the Bakersfield area, or if we're able to kind of set something up there, what we'll do is have a donation location there, and then we'll fill the trucks there, and then drive those over to Vegas. And I don't even know how long that drive is. I think it's something like 4 to 6 hours, somewhere in there. Yeah, but I'm super excited. A chance to really do stuff that I'm really, that I care deeply about, which is helping people. There was a point in my life where I was on the streets, and I had to put faith in. There comes times in your life when you don't love yourself as much as you should, and you don't feel worthy of the love that people want to give you, and so you have to let yourself go to the help that people want to provide you, and you have to allow people into your life. And it's hard when you do feel broken, or when you do feel in a place where you're not valid enough to receive that. And it's you see that out here. I'm looking at it right now. There's a lot of people that are broken and that are fractured, and it's hard to find a way out of that, And so there was definitely a time in my life where I just had to allow people to love me more than I loved myself, and help get me to a place where I was able to be self-sufficient. And I know there's a lot of people in the country and the world that are going through the same thing, and so it's very near and dear to me, and I hope that we'll be able to continually do more humanitarian efforts. And there's other people that are doing stuff, guys, too, that I didn't even know about. Guys that I used to stream side by side with. My guy Trey over with the Boop Squad down in Eugene. They were doing a huge Christmas gift donation giveaway. So they had shopping lists for that. I don't remember how many families, a couple dozen families that they were able to get donations, generated a couple $1,000s, and they were able to go out and shop for gifts off these lists, and then hand those out to families that were less fortunate, or that were in need. And I thought, man, I didn't get a chance. I was reaching out I didn't get a chance to get involved. I hadn't talked to Trey in a little while, but I found myself reaching out to people yesterday on New Year's that were a part of my 2020, that we've kind of grown apart. Not really even grown apart, just gone different directions, and our own ways, we'll say, on independent paths. And I called people that were there, that were a part of it, and especially in the stream community. And I got a chance to talk to Soul in Portland. I got a chance to talk to Trey, Ian, because once the stream isn't a factor, once all of the other things that have come around go away, like my people are my people, my friends, the people that are part of my soul, like my life, like my family, that's not changing. I'm not going to allow that to be corrupted by the right or the left. I don't give two shakes of a shit about your political standings if you're a good person, and the people that have endeared themselves to me, like I'm not one to ever turn my back on my people. Like I rep for my people, passionately. So it's tough because there's been these wedges that have been drawn between people, and it's not because of things that have happened between us, but because of the things that other people have said or what they've done that put themselves in situations between people. So it's just I'm gonna work very hard to break down those walls and to rebuild those bridges and to knock down those fences and get us back into contact, and remember that and I'm talking specifically about streamers right now. I remember one day it was Andrew Mercado's birthday down in Portland. We had a stream lunch and it was awesome. It was a highlight moment for me in 2020 when the whole stream world and all of this, when this was something that was just starting, and it was we had, and I don't want to leave anybody out. It was, Adam Costello was there, Arx was there, Soul Luna was there, Lucky Bamboo was there, Ian was there, I was there. We had Andrew Mercado was there, Eric Greatwood was there. Man, I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Shay was there. If I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry. But it was awesome. We sat down in a restaurant before, you weren't allowed to sit in a restaurant, and it was Andrew's birthday. Like I said, it was we had brunch, and we had a laugh, and we just kind of talked about what streaming was like for us and what we plan on doing and how it was going. And there was no animosity. There was no issues. There was no beef. There was no you're on this team, I'm on this team stuff. It was awesome. It was beautiful. And those are like the fond memories that I have of when the streaming for me started. You know what I mean? Like meeting people for the first time and getting to know that other people are just as curious about the world around us as I am, and it's good stuff. So that's yesterday. I got a chance to talk to some folks, but it's cool to move forward. And Scott Johnson, we should all cry more, Scott. If you're trying to talk trash. There's a certain catharsis in that, my friend. I cry for you, Scott. And that weird emoji. Bamboo, man. Bamboo went back to art school. So Bamboo is he's actually a really incredible artist. He went to focus on that. He wasn't really into like being a full-time streamer, but if you guys don't know who Bamboo is, Lucky Bamboo, he was like our kind of like our quote-unquote our intern. We joked about when I was with Concrete. But he was the best, man. He's so funny. But CJ, I don't want to go in the tear gas. It's hilarious. But he was with us in all the times down in Portland. He would come on the trips. I remember the first hotel we got, the first stream hotel we got with everybody. It was so cool. So we had it was Shay, Ian, Lucky, Bamboo, and myself. And we rolled down. We got a hotel in Portland, and I remember it was just a beautiful opportunity for camaraderie. I remember we were laying out all of our gear and getting our everything dialed in and getting our press passes, and didn't really know our ass from our elbow about how we were supposed to go about doing things, and making sure we had our gas masks and everything figured out, and blowing up Bamboo's air mattress, and it was just very fond memories. You know what I mean? And so yeah, he was definitely a part of. We do the road streams on Concrete. Yeah, we would do the road streams on the way down, and we'd always do them late. We always do them South Washington, so they would cut in and out. I don't know why we did it. We were dumb about it, but it was super cool. Just chit chatting in the car, having a laugh, and it was just we were friends. You know what I mean? And that hasn't stopped. I hold zero animosity for anybody that I've met in the stream world on the stream teams. That if you haven't personally wronged me, if you haven't wronged me, if you and it's going to take a lot. I'm talking more or less, if you haven't put hands on me, and usually if that happens, you're going to get them back, and then it'll be dealt with. We'll be done. It'll be cool. Hey man, we scrapped. That's it. That's like siblings, or fight with your brothers, or your good friends. I mean, they've had one too many on at a bachelor party or something. I'm not saying that happened, but it's probably happened. But yeah, all of that being said, but unless you're just a real POS, you know what I mean, and you're out there to harm me or my people or anybody, we'll probably be able to figure out a way to get along. But it takes a lot to wrong me and have me hold on to it. I don't hold grudges, so I'm good with it. But not when people have done things to start grudges. You know what I mean? I think people in the stream world, there's been that stream drama where people have wanted to make the soap opera out of it, and oh, here's the juicy news on so and so and so and so. Come on, man. And it sucks because they create something that you almost can't avoid. You get sucked into it. So some people get sucked into it, and unfortunately, that does cause rifts. But rifts can be mended, you know. But it's but yeah, those were better times, you know. But I think we're moving in the right direction right now. You know, the streams are going in the right direction. I hope that I'm seeing that we have opportunities to like do more humanitarian work. We can utilize this platform. I mean, you guys are all part of it. Everyone in here right now, and everyone that you share the stream with, which means a lot. If you guys are able to share the stream, please do. Share it with your friends or your family, any groups you're with that you feel might benefit from, you know, being better informed about what's happening in the world, and be a part of not just that, but also in opportunities to do some work. You know, I mean, a lot of times we want to do something to help, but we don't know what to do or where we can do it, and so it's cool to have an opportunity with like a stream where we can actually find those resources that you could reach out to and, you know, contribute. Like right here, the Salvation Army, the Hans K. Lemke Memorial Salvation Army in Olympia downtown. If you're in the area and you have blankets, jackets, any warm weather gear, rain gear of any kind, parkas, ponchos, gloves, hand warmers, foot warmers, just, I mean, imagine standing in freezing rain. Anything you would want, like, it would be great if you're able to find tarps. If you have any of that extra stuff, anything at all, and you're down in this area, come down here to the Salvation Army, drop it off. You know, come around to the back door, bang on the door, and or just bang on any door. It's a yellow building with a black top, metal roof. You know, there you go. That we just figured out a way we could help out, and it's awesome. So, yeah. So I think that we have chances here to do some good stuff, and I'm excited about it. So I hope you guys are too. You know? But it's just tough that people have been, you know, kind of sucked into the nonsense of it all. I liked what the coordinator of this event was saying. Jans, I want to say her name is, or Lindsay. Sorry, Lindsay. Thank you, Gail. I appreciate it. Yeah, as Timoni's on Twitch is saying, you can donate in your local areas as well. So yeah, if you've got, you know, an area where you know you can donate, Salvation Armies, they have the gospel missions, whatever it might be that you have in your area. I think the YMCA's or the YWCA's, they do have shelters as well, women's shelters and men's shelters alike. You can find those in your areas. I'd say, but I'll put in the time, and I'm just going to put together a universal kind of nationwide resource list. So if you're able to, either online and or in person, but also, like I said before, the third week of January, you'll be able to directly donate. I'll put up a link. I'll be posting up the donation site that we're going to put together for the trip that I'm going to go on with For the People, by the People, which is a live stream. They go out every night. They do handouts. They help feed the homeless, clothe as best they can the homeless, and they do trips all night. They go in and out, in and out. It's great. They do amazing work, amazing humanitarian work. So I'm really looking forward to teaming up with them, John and his whole crew. So big shout out to those guys. And yeah, so be a part of it, guys. Be a part of what's going on. And if you can, like I said, share the stream, jump on the stream, be a part of what we're doing in here, interact, keep it civil, guys. Like, you don't have to get along with each other, you don't have to like each other or each other's viewpoints, but we're not going to tolerate personal attacks on people. We had to talk about that earlier today, and I guess it's come up a couple times that people are being attacked for their views, or you know, the personal attacks aren't going to be allowed. Hate speech, not going to be allowed. Advocating violence, not going to be allowed. If you're going to be an asshole, like, you're not going to be allowed. It's not gonna happen. So that's just what's going on. That's me telling all of you guys. Anyway, so someone just asked how I felt about I'm not going to say anything derogatory, but about the Patriots and people getting kicked out of Salem last night. if last night was a night that they were talking about when the people are getting shot with like the pepper balls, and I know that there was a big uproar about that being like excessive use of force, which is, I mean, yeah, you know, like the person that they're talking about and that was walking away and they got shot. But it is kind of funny because like if I got mad about every time I got hit with a pepper ball, like I'd be mad all the time. Like I've been shot, I got knocked off my feet by an impact round out of the 40 mil, like that 40 mil cannon in Portland, while I was just standing there with a microphone by myself. Like I was getting ready to interview somebody, and and I've told this before, like I have it, I'll show you guys, like the baton, the impact baton. It's like the size of the palm of my hand. And the guy popped up over the fence and looked at me, and I was standing by myself. I remember looking at him being like, "You're not gonna," and he just boom, shot me and knocked me, you know, he hit me in the hip. I have a permanent bruise on my hip. It's crazy, but it just knocked me right off my feet. I thought I broke my hip bone. It's like, oh my God. But you know, I mean, there's been so many times I've been hit with batons, I've been kicked off of curbs, I've been knocked over park benches, you know, shot with pepper rounds, pepper sprayed, tear gassed. You know, that's just me. Tons of other people have had to deal with that too. So it was no shocker to me to see that happen to the Patriot group in Salem. Like that's been happening. You know what I mean? It's been happening for a while. It's not just like, I know some people were shocked that it happened to them, but I'm like, hey man, like them, anybody, it doesn't matter. Like if you're out there, there's like when the police engage, like if they're being excessive, it doesn't matter what group, like excessive force is excessive force. So and I think that's a part of the fundamental protests that have been happening with a lot of things that I've been encountering. But yeah, I've definitely been at the receiving end of some excessive force. Please. So someone just asked, what do I think about the streamers in Portland that identify themselves as Antifa? That's fine. I mean, honestly, if you're streaming, it shouldn't matter like what banner you wave, like who you represent. I mean, if you want to identify, that's up to you. Me personally, like I identify as you as the viewer. You know, I'm here just to provide the vessel for educational viewing, I guess. Like, and not because I'm gonna educate anybody, because I'm definitely not the guy. There's much smarter and more appropriate people for that. But I'm hoping that I can put you in front of people that might say something that will either spark your support, or maybe you're, you know, the complete opposite. You know, so no, there's nothing happening in downtown Olympia right now. But so if you want to identify, that's fine, because really all it's doing is providing information. Like if you're out streaming, guys, the cool part about streaming is it's giving decentralized media the platform, and that's what we need. We need people to stream, and it doesn't matter if, you know, if you don't have to like what people are saying. Like if you're like an Antifa streamer and you're screaming at the police, you know, you're still getting a chance to view what they're seeing. You know what I mean? You can even just turn the volume off. You know what I mean? Like that's when people forget about this. Like you don't have to, like, you know, to like pledge an allegiance to the stream. You can just appreciate it for what it is, which is another set of eyes on the street in something that's going down. But I didn't no, I didn't hear about Nashville. But so if they're either like a conservative streamer, or a liberal streamer, or an Antifa streamer, or a Proud Boy streamer, or, you know, Patriot streamer, or, you know, whatever, you know, a hardcore communist streamer, you know, whatever, you know, like it's just somebody that's out viewing things, and that in America is your right, and I support that. So I don't care who you are, what you're about. And that's the problem that people have been trying to throw at me. Like they've been trying to identify me, like label me, which I think is laughable. Because if you guys, seriously, going into this, if you guys understood how much I didn't know walking into streaming, you'd be amazed. Like you'd be like, oh wow, we figured that you were like, you know, politically involved. No, completely not. Absolutely not. Nope. So the things that I've been doing, like I say, it's been an educational journey for me. Like I've been out asking questions and watching things so that I can better understand them. And so people have been saying like, oh, you've changed a lot. To be clear, I have, but on a bigger scale, everything about the protest community, everything about the movements of the movement or any movement has changed as well. And it's become more aggressive, and it's become more violent. And there's been like this influx of censorship that's been shutting people out and forcing people to like rift off, instead of just accepting that, like, as someone said, I think it was Villain who said it, and I like the way he worded it, but it's like, if you believe that what you're doing is a righteous act, you should have no fear about the world seeing it. And it draws me to some of the things historically, these like, you know, capital takeovers in foreign countries, and then the press release that subsequently will follow. Like, because those things happen, protests happen, these movements happen, marches happen, you know, whether they, you know, are appreciated by the people of the community or where they're happening or not, to draw attention. You know, and someone, while I was getting in the car loading these pizzas up, we were leaving the neighborhood we were at, he was like, yo, I don't appreciate that. He said, are you guys protesters or are you press? And then some guy in his house came over and he was like, dude, I'm watching you live right now. Or I was just watching you live. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, well, we're just out here, you know, being the eyes and ears for people. But he was like, I don't like that. Why would they come here to this peaceful neighborhood and stir up all this, you know, action, blah, blah, blah. And basically was just saying he was unhappy that people were there. And I was like, all right, well, what's interesting about that is I was like, well, it wasn't my place to educate that individual about anything, but I was like, well, the way I see it is that the idea was to come to this neighborhood to basically to make that happen, to draw attention, to kind of like shake the tree. And that's what people have been saying from like the direct action marches, the everyday marches, was to disrupt. And that's part of what a protest is about. It's about disruption. And if you go back to like the civil rights movement, like it was a disruptive, peaceful protest, right? Like sit-ins, like it was disruptive because of the nature of, you know, of segregation at the time, but it was peaceful, but it disrupted things, and that's to draw attention. And look at what attention it drew, and look at what, you know, subsequently came with it, you know, the civil rights movement. So for all these things that happened, I think someone said, well, doesn't that put people in risk of being arrested? And I don't know what that was in correlation with, but I think honestly, like what you have out here is people that are, if you're not, like I said, if you stand behind what you're doing, like there shouldn't be a problem with people watching you do it. You know, if it's a righteous act, and by that I mean, if you're out doing something you feel is not just justified, but like serving a purpose or a cause, like if that's me, I want as many people to see it as possible, so you can inspire other people to do the same thing. That's how it should be. That's how you should, I feel that's how you should operate. Like if you want to make a change, get as many people behind your change as possible so you can make it possible to happen, right? So, you know, but shutting down and censoring and trying to say, well, these people represent this group, so they're okay to watch what's happening, but these people don't represent the way we like, so we need them to leave. That's I'm not with that. I'm gonna be an advocate for anybody out there. Like if you're out, you know, waving a press badge, whatever. What I'm not gonna get behind, and this is something that became an issue early on, was especially in like the press blocks that were down in like Portland, when you'd have like 50 people on press and you'd have like 50 people in the protests and you'd have like 50 cops, like that kind of stuff would happen. But you'd have, you know, the rogue in the press group that would like throw a rock at the police, or would, you know, be screaming, you know, obscenities at the police, and those are the ones where I'm like, hey man, listen, like you can self-identify as press media if you want, but you need to get away from me, because what you're doing is putting me in a bad spot. Like the second that you assault the police or a building or anything else, like they turn and they look and they're like, oh, someone from press just did that, all the press now are going to get lit up. And that happened multiple times, where like, I remember one time, the first time I got hit with a 9-banger, and those are like a flashbang that has like 9 explosions in it. I was standing on a street corner and they just started, someone from the media group like threw a rock or something, hit one of the policemen, and they all turned, and we were like right up against the side of this building. And this woman, I felt bad, I tried to cover her up, but she was just recording, she's from California. They just started lighting up everybody with pepper balls, and she got hit a couple times, which, you know, they're not going to kill you, they'll hurt like hell, and if you don't get hit in the face, you'll be okay. Actually no, I remember RX got a busted hand, hit the back of the hand. I think it was an impact round, it could have been a pepper ball, but broke the back of her hand, but her hand on the back part. But anyway, and then they shot a canister of tear gas, and then one of them threw one of those 9-bangers, and it just boom, 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 and it just starts exploding, and it's super disorienting. And I remember just I wasn't, at first I was like, all right, whatever, but then I was really mad because this woman was terrified. Like, I mean, she was screaming, like, yeah, she thought she had just been shot like by a gun and didn't know what she was experiencing. So I was trying to calm her down, but I was just like, I was super mad because I was like, she was literally there for one of the, it was a news outlet down in like a paper print news outlet in California, but someone like from the labeled as press like put her in a position where she was getting she was just like just bawling, just terrified. And I was like, man, that's so sad. She shouldn't have been put in that position. None of us should have been put in that position, but some asshole was like, hey, like I'm gonna self-identify, and then I'm gonna make everybody suffer for it. And that goes into so many different things, not just into press media. And I said it earlier today, and I've said it several times. We all, every single human being, we need to hold ourselves to a higher level of excellence, to a higher level of operation and standard, because no matter what we believe, no matter what we think, like, we represent something. If not just yourself, I knew, like I said earlier, like when I was overseas, I represented America because I would identify as American. When people are like, hey, where are you from? That accent sounds very American. I'd say, well, it's probably because I'm from America. But at that point, I had to hold myself to a higher standard and appreciate that, like, now people are going to judge because we're interacting and I've identified as American. They're going to judge Americans based off that experience they have with me. Most people. I would hope that not all people operate like that. I try not to, but I guess it's some of the subconscious draw of, like, the psychology of it all. So there was a police officer I talked to who said the same thing. He was like, every time that you put on the uniform and a badge, like, you represent every other person that's wearing a uniform and a badge, no matter what. So if you do something radical and stupid, you now have represented everybody, and now that's the focal point, And, Robert says one bad apple ruins the bunch, and it doesn't mean that the whole bunch is bad, but you've just made everybody look bad, you know what I mean? And that happens. Jay Roberts is a man down in a really amazing voice for the black community that I met in Portland. He was saying the same thing. He said, every time I walk down the streets wearing my skin, he was like, I'm black and I represent all black people. So I hold myself to the highest level of excellence because I want that to be what people see for my people. And I was like, man, that's beautiful. That's great. I mean, if we could all do that, just hold ourselves and keep your friends and family accountable. You know what I mean? People that are close to you, like, hold them to a higher standard as well. And that's what we're there for, right? That's why we build an inner circle, is so that we can help each other out, build a better community of individuals. And we need to, like, we need to help pull people out of these microaggressions that we process with. Like, even early at this rally over here, like, we were closing up and there was that little exchange, and right when the exchange started, like, I had to kind of, like, I had words with a woman for a quick minute who was just, she was screaming at the group, but she just started dropping slurs, and she was saying things, things that right off the bat, I was like, I really don't, they weren't racial, but basically everything else. And I was just like, hey, you need to chill out on that. That's unacceptable. Like, that's not okay. It's wildly offensive what you're saying right now. Like, and not just me, I guarantee you're offending a lot of other people here. So I get you're angry, but you need to slow down on that. And then she was explaining why she was mad. And I was like, it's fine, be angry. That's kind of when I started filming. I was like, I went back to my camera. I'm like, all right, like, this is what's happening. There's no reason I'm not going to film it if it's happening. It's something that's going on. So, but it was frustrating and upsetting because I was like, like, that person was just screaming ignorance, and it made me it upset me because I was like, I don't need to hear that kind of hate. Like, you're just spitting hate, and it just didn't need to happen. If you have a disagreement, disagree, but converse about it. Explain your point of view, talk about it, figure it out, and then move on, or agree to disagree, or agree that you're allowed to disagree, and then just stay in disagreement and F off. Let's just be done with it. So anyway, yeah, melt glass. Oh, are you talking about when RX got tagged with that? Yeah, I didn't see it happen live, but I saw it later. I was like, man, that was rough. But I remember, if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, RX, and this is where people will be like, oh, you're not allowed to talk to RX because RX, like, is an Antifa queen, whatever. And it's just, we joke and laugh about that. I'm like, people can say whatever the hell you want. RX is one of, to this day, like, one of those people that I would hand my stream to, and was like, hey, explain it. So incredibly knowledge on the bureaucracies of Portland, of Oregon, about the details of the movement that were happening there. Just so incredibly intelligent, and just one of the nicest, like, inviting and warmest people that I had met in a long time, and one of the most, like, vocally, like, crass individuals when it came down to, like, hearing that voice of the protest line. Like, I was just like, oh my god. And then she got a bullhorn, and that was like the sound of the protest for me. I remember Trumpet Man in Portland, and then you'd hear RX, like, with the most creative string of insults. And it's not stuff that I would say, but you can't help but be like, oh my gosh, man, where do you come up with this stuff? But she had to wear this support brace because her hand got broken, and so, but it was in this shape right here. So, and so she had to like, she painted the end or put orange tape around the end of it so it looked like a toy gun, because like you can't walk around with a big black thing on your hand that looks like this when you're dealing with the police. And I was like, man, that's funny. And that's what made me take, and on my OG, my original microphone that I was using, she actually was the one that gave me like the vinyl press that I put on it. So I put press down the front so that when I did have my hands up and I was holding this black item in my hand, through the fog of tear gas, I didn't want the police to think that I had a weapon. So yeah, so I would just, so it said press, so I could still talk, but yeah, so it was crazy. But yeah, people like that, those are one of the people that like I got nothing but love for. Like I said, people have wanted to cause wedges. Like, if you have an issue with somebody, that's your issue with somebody, not mine. Like, I'm not going to adopt your problems just for the sake of adopting problems. You know what I mean? So, like, RX near and dear to my heart. Like, always will be. You know, we haven't talked in a while, but it doesn't matter. Like, I still love the person. And, but here's the thing. Yeah, Jacqueline, you can be out. That's dude. Go ahead. That's fine. You don't have to like the fact that I've got friends that are outside of the scope of who you might like. I guarantee you have friends that I dislike as well. What's that song? Like, I hate your friends and they hate me too. So, anyway, but, shoot, what was I talking about? Anyway, lost myself. Anyway, adopting problems. Yeah, I'm just not going to do that. You know, if there's issues that people have with each other, like, why would that be my problem? But so yeah, like, RX is one of those people that like I've never had problem one with. You know what I mean? And here's the thing too, like, if you're passionate, that human being was incredibly driven and passionate, much like so many of the other people that I met. You know what I mean? And those, like I said, I'm there to observe. And like the people that are leading marches and protests, whether you agree with that march or protest or not, much like today, there was a small march and a protest. I guarantee there's a huge group of people on the other side that are not behind what I was filming today, what I was looking at. Okay, you don't have to watch, you know, but stay informed. But the passion, Carla Snyder, you said it right there, the passion behind what they're there for. I love the passion. I love to know that people are so connected with their beliefs that they're willing to put themselves on the front line, that they're willing to like make motion, you know what I mean? They're willing to get up and do it, you know what I mean? And that's great. That's what's going to change, you know, things. It's not just idly being angry watching it happen and being pissed off about it, you know what I mean? Which a lot of us are. But it's about getting up and going out and doing something about it, which is awesome. So whether it's what you would personally do or not, the fact that people are doing it, I get behind. So yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to look at a lot of the comments that come through. There's a lot of comments, and guys, remember, we're on all three platforms right now, so it's tough to see what everyone's saying. So people's been. So Trisha Bartholomew says, the problem with the world is no one can stay out of other people's business. I have people that hate me and trash me because they believe others, and I am okay with that. Yeah. Chris, no, I'm not going to DC. But yeah, so Trisha, what you're saying is spot on. Like, it's funny because there was this wedge that was drawn between me and the Seattle streamers, or the Seattle, you know, protest community, when I left for Kenosha. Well, when I left for the trip to DC, and it had nothing to do with me at all. Nothing at all. Like, literally, it was two people, and we all know who they are, and I can't even remember their last name on one of them, but either way, that I had zero bearings for causing an issue. They just decided that they were going to piggyback what I was doing and accomplishing and make drama out of it. And so they started saying things that weren't true and causing these rifts, and I was just like, you know, whatever. I never paid it mind, much to the chagrin of like Drew and things like, you got to address these things. And I was like, no, I don't. I'm not going to pay it even that kind of respect. I'm not doing that because it's ridiculous. It's just people that are full of anger and venom, and then they want to go ahead and spit that on people. But what happened though, and I, looking into it, is people here and they're like, oh, okay. No, not concrete. It wasn't concrete. Yeah, not that. You guys know. Like I said, Not, I never heard Ian say anything bad about me ever. Whatever. So, but the way it worked out was, people hear it and they're like, oh, maybe that's true. And then I didn't address it, like, oh, I should probably go and defend myself against this bullshit, you know? And instead of doing that, I was like, take the high road. I'm not even going to give them viewers from my platform to justify the drama that was being created. But it did have lasting effects with some people in the Seattle protest community that started hearing things, and they didn't like who I was associating with. And that's honestly when I first started seeing it happen a lot, was like that censorship thing where it was like, well, now you're not cool because of this person. And I saw some of the protest crew from Seattle at the Tacoma thing I was covering the other day with the hotel takeover. And they were kind of like, gave that like, we're so disgusted look. And all I could do was laugh, because I was like, you have zero reasons to dislike me. I did nothing but help elevate the platform that you were operating on. I did nothing but cover like the everyday. It was some of the folks from the Everyday March, and I was like, I've never said bad word one about anybody from the EDM, but like it was some of those folks that were like, that believed some of the bullshit that was being said because it was just something to rally behind because everyone's in protest mode. And I was like, man, you're crazy, you know? That's nuts. Like I full on was like every day marching with you guys, filming you, asking questions, letting the world understand better what you're trying to accomplish. So anyway, yeah. So, yeah, did nothing. You got it, Steph. I did nothing. I didn't change my MO at all. Like I kept being me. What happened is they kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And it got to a point where I was like, I came back after being in Kenosha. And after that whole length, and I came back and went to like film one of the marches, and they were like, "Oh, we don't even want you here. We didn't want." Right when I got downtown, I was with Dawson. It actually ended up later that night filming the direct action that took place, where they were, you know, things were getting lit off in the street, and the police were involved. There's tear gas and whatnot. Yeah, melts glass. I agree. Yeah, it's sad. People want to say things, you know, but yeah, we know who we're talking about. That talks trash about even her own comrades and their own people and whatnot. But that's the thing, is if I were to buy into that, it would be me just playing into a gimmick, and I'm not a gimmick, you know. That's just not who I am. I'm not going to be someone's like, you know. I make fun of myself. I don't need somebody else letting me play into this like creative idea of making me into their like slapstick opportunity, you know, whatever. So. Yeah, and it got to a point where there was things that started happening as I got pushed away, that I was like, you know what? Honestly, it doesn't matter if I agree with it personally, because like I said, I'm just here to film it while it's happening. But I don't know what Prism is actually. So yeah, they come in super fast, the comments, and I can't scroll back through them. So I only come in to see like 3 comments at a time from all the platforms. So I had 2 Twitch comments in front of me and then a Facebook, and now it goes through. But Ted Wheeler, man, someone asked, no, it's not an SHO. What's up, Jessica? Prism. Oh, okay, yeah. No, T.A. Moniz. DM or whisper me, I guess. I'm not really good on Twitch, guys. I'm sorry. I'll get better. Hit me up and let me know about Prism. I gotta remind myself to do some research on it. But Wheeler, man, like it's just crazy. If you guys remember Ted Wheeler going down, yeah, Pat, I was sweating a lot. That chip challenge was hot. When Ted Wheeler came out and was like, joined the crowd of protesters when the federal government was there, when the federal agents were there, and got tear gassed for like 2 seconds and had that like medical mask on. I was just I was so mad I wasn't there that day. I can't remember where I was at, but I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this guy. And then, you know, he evacuated with his security team to like some local, you know, government building or whatever. But like, man, no, Lori, there's nobody. I took care of all that when it happened. There's nobody being jerks right now, and if they are, whatever, I don't hear about it, nor do I care much. So yeah, but yeah, but then nothing's changed. Like it was like I stand in solidarity with the protests, you know, but he's been so flip-flop wish-wash on everything that like basically everybody in Oregon seems like in Portland hates Ted Wheeler, you know what I mean? So yeah, Carol, he came out just the one night, one night. So it's been like, I think maybe he's just lost total control and doesn't even know what to do. You know what I mean? Like he's just you know, lost a little control here. So, you know, we got our own people up here. We got Jenny Durkin, we've got Inslee, we've got our own Washington issues to deal with. You know what I mean? So there's stuff happening right up here that we gotta run through the motions on. But so yeah, Wheeler did move. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. He never had control. Plugster says, but what I was thinking was like all these politicians, local politicians, live in these condos, and it makes perfect sense because they're controlled and they have security. You know what I mean? It's like having like free security. I mean, it's not free, but they have, you know, you can't get to their home. Where a lot of these people that have these houses, like they've been marched on. Like what just happened here, you know, this guy's house, the director of L&I for Washington State. So like it would suck to have people standing in your front yard, you know what I mean? If they're standing in front of your building, that's one thing, but you know, well, now he's going to have both sides coming at him with all the stuff happening in Salem. Patriots are not happy. Yeah, Wheeler's going to have his yeah, Wheeler tried to buddy up. Yeah, during Nancy, if you didn't see it, anybody that's got that, if they've got that clip, feel free to share it. That was, yeah, he came out and got into like the crowd of protesters on the fence, like the sacred fence, and he had like one of the little blue medical masks on, and it was almost like it was calculated. They tear gassed everybody, and it was one of those like, oh my god moments. And then like he had a security team around him. No one was able to really get to him. And then he got evacuated like to a building. You know, hey Vicky, how you doing? So I was like, all right, man, whatever. You know, way to show up and be a part of it, Ted. But yeah, people. Stanley Roberts over on Twitch says people have been protesting Ted Wheeler for 3 years, and that's. I mean, I didn't meet anybody in Portland. And I've talked to a lot of people in Portland. Carrot said it was so staged. It did come across very staged. But I met so many people in Portland that, and all of them, I would say 99.9% of them were just like, this guy is a tool. Like, he's just a total tool. I don't know Ted Wheeler. Maybe he's a great dude. I don't know. But yeah, but nobody that I've talked to has had anything positive to say about him. That would suck, man, to be a politician, to have been voted in. You know what I mean? The issue, okay, and RX is actually the one that coached me up on the bureaucracies of Oregon. Now, someone left a pig's head in Nancy Pelosi's driveway last night. Oh, crazy. That's why it's hard to have a house, man. People lob off, you know, swine head and drop it off in your driveway. Yikes. There was someone that threw a pig, I don't know if you guys remember this, like a dead pig over the fence line at the federal building in Portland one time, months and months and months ago. That was gnarly. A bucket of honey, another one. Sorry, see who voted for him. I don't know. That's crazy, Don. I can't believe somebody, that's wild. But the bureaucracy, so like he was, and someone's going to have to correct me on this one too, because again, it's been a while since I've looked into the bureaucracies of Oregon. But I believe Ted Wheeler was the head of the Seattle, or the police bureau, as well as the as another one. So he was not just the mayor, but he was the head of the police bureau and the another one of the, I want to say, I can't remember the other one was. But anyone that knows in the comments, if you guys could post that up, I'd appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, melts glass. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's been a lot of, and McConnell's house. Crazy. Put blood over her garage door. Well, that's just so that when the biblical plague comes, it won't take one of her children. You gotta put the blood of a pig over the door. I think it was a lamb, but you know, the fire commission. Is that what it is? Okay. Mitch McConnell's home right now. The police commissioner. Okay, there we go. Carla Christie, thank you. Yeah, over on Facebook. That's crazy. Like that's a lot of hats to wear. You know what I mean? Fire and police. Mary Smiley says. Now, that's wild to me. You know, that somebody's got that much oversight control. That's just nuts. Right? I mean, that's just, yeah. That doesn't seem like it should be right. I don't know. Hey, Lori, we'll catch you later, okay? Have a good night at school. So talk about how trusting BLM caused my daughter's friend Summer Taylor to lose her life. I don't, Plugster, that's terrible. Oh, your daughter's friends. Oh, Summer Taylor. Oh, you're talking in Seattle. That was terrible. That was terrible. Summer. So what? Over on Twitch, Plugster was just saying, was referring to her daughter's friend, Summer Taylor, and Summer Taylor was one of the individuals that was struck on the freeway during the protest by DeWitt Kalite, the driver of that car. And I feel bad. I've been out of state and covering a lot of other things. I haven't had a chance to follow up on the case. So if people have information on that, please feel free to email me, and I'll make sure to do an updated report on what happened with that. But they had cars blocking the freeway. If you guys don't recall, this is the morning of the 4th of July when I met Jason from Bard's Eye News. That was the morning that we met, and the driver went the wrong way onto the freeway and then came down and drove around the vehicles and ended up driving into and striking the protesters on the freeway. There was Diaz Love was critically injured and broken pelvis, just received a lot of injuries, and then Summer Taylor ended up subsequently losing their life, which was terrible. I remember the day that we found out. It was one of the everyday marches, and we were coming down. I want to say Denny, heading down towards Westlake Center, and I really somber. Man, it really hit hard. It was really because I really did connect with a lot of the everyday marches. I was out there with them every day. You know what I mean? Literally covering that, and so. And we got news that while we were on the march, someone let us know that Summer had passed, and man, it was terrible, just terrible. And that was one of those things where I think for everybody in the world actually that was watching Seattle, that was really dialed into the protest, like that was a huge moment for the entire protest, for the movement of everything, for it all. I think the harsh reality of what it could happen, like there is a very there's mortality involved there. You know, became very present and palpable. Like you saw it in the imagery, the video that guy shot of it actually happening from the overpass. It was incredibly hard to watch. And to this day, regardless of what came from that, my thoughts and prayers and support have always gone out to everybody that had to experience that, and the families of Summer, the family of Summer Taylor, Diaz. I've always wished and prayed for a full recovery for them, and it was a terrible event. It was terrible to see. Yeah, Omari was right there too. Omari from Converge Media, standing right there. He and I've had a chance to talk about that too. Another great guy, man. If you guys want to check out some local media, I mean, on a side note from that terrible morning, Omari Salisbury from Converge Media, an incredible guy. He runs the Daily Show. They have a couple different shows on his platform now. You can tune into, go over to Converge Media, check him out. He's from the CD, reps the CD, the Central District in Seattle. An incredible voice for his community, and he's just a hell of a guy, you know. Yeah, so I definitely would encourage you, if you're looking for another channel to check out, Converge Media, right here in Seattle. Great guy, Omari. But Kalite ran through the barriers. Kalite is free right now, apparently. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Stephanie, you'd have to check into it. I don't really want to rehash everything. Summer lost her life in an incident on the freeway morning of the 4th of July in Seattle due to a driver entering the freeway the wrong way in a blocked off freeway and striking members of participants in a protest that were out there on Interstate 5 in the southbound lanes, right by the Yale Street on-ramp. And Summer Taylor, like I said, ended up losing their life. So it's terrible. But you know, this it's sad because there's people. I mean, that obviously is terrible. There's people from that EDM that that I became very close to. You know that. Like TK. I talk about this every once in a while, but like looking back on the moments from 2020, I remember the first time I met TK. Man, and it was. TK's got done leading a march and was just exhausted. It's summer, it was hot, and TK was laying in the road right there in the chop and just past the barricades. And I went over and I was like, man, this is an individual with a voice, has some real powerful things to say. I remember reaching down and pulling TK up, and it was that moment. I was like, so as a leader here, and TK's like, I'm not a leader. And I was like, well, you just had like 250, 300 people following you, like they were following the leader. So it was a real cool conversation. I got a chance to interview and got to know TK really well. And sadly enough, like subsequently all the drama from Seattle, like we faded apart. But my heart and love has always gone out to like those people that were like so passionate and involved with pushing for change. And I think things changed a lot as that went along. I'm not sure where everyone's at now, but I know that period of time, will definitely be remembered as a big point of my education, where I learned a lot. So yeah, regular schmegular person. That was TK. And so, but for me, like it turned into this. It was a very big. Sorry, 1 second. What's up, man?
Sorry, by the way, can you give me a ride to the transit center?
I'm not leaving for a little while, man. Where is the transit center?
Right over there.
The
I just wet.
yeah, hop in.
Brother.
I'll give you a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, man. This dude just came up and asked if I give him a ride to the transit center. Let me move some stuff around here for you, bud. There you go. Hop in. I'm doing a live stream right now. You don't mind, do you? Yeah, cool. Yeah, man. Say hi. Say hi to folks. This is, what was your name? Thomas? Yeah. All right, cool, man. Hey, guys, so I'm rolling with Tomas. I like how you said that, man. So here we go. So what's going on, Tomas? What's happening?
I was trying to wait for dinner here, but it's cold and wet, so I'm gonna go to the transit center.
Yeah, they had. Did you get some food over here today?
Yeah, so 5.
Well, they had pizza there earlier. Yeah. So tell me a little about yourself, man. Like, if you don't mind talking, I know I was down here. We were just dropping off a bunch of pizzas. Folks. What was that?
You don't have any of that strawberry in here?
No, I didn't. They took them all. But is there any like fast food around here? Man, I'll drive through. We can find something.
Oh no,
So what's up, man? You say so? Do you live? I say live, but are you homeless, houseless right now?
Houseless?
Houseless, homeless. I mean, I don't know the best term to use.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Right turn here?
You can't go right here.
Oh. But I was trying to get back to where the.
I'm sorry, I forgot you didn't know where you're going. Take a left up here on this next road.
Okay. I was gonna go. I thought I saw like a Jack in the Box or something back there. I was gonna grab some chow for you.
Yeah, I don't worry about dinner.
Yeah, man. Want me, or you can double down.
Yeah.
So do you know? Is there like a drive-through up here or something?
Go back to where you're on.
Okay, cool. Do you feel down here in Olympia, you guys have the support you need, like
What do you mean?
to keep you out of the elements, like give you the food you need and like shelter that you need?
Maybe there could be more.
There could always be more. It's something have you been dealing with this for a while?
I'm off and on, yeah.
Off and on.
I got crazy accidents and stuff.
So you got no crazy accident?
No. Well, yeah, but that was a long time ago. X's.
Oh, X's, man.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Those are some of those unavoidables, man. That transcends every group. Crazy X's. Are you from Olympia originally?
Well, I was born in Utah.
Oh, Utah.
Raised in
Okay.
Texas a little bit.
Don't let me crash, bro. Sorry, this thing is jumping all around on me.
Wait, what were we going to?
I thought I saw that red sign. I thought was a Jack in the Box, but apparently it's not. I was gonna hit a drive-through for you real fast, man. Grab us both something to eat.
Yeah, it's like you said. You turn around and go back that way.
Yeah, you tell me where to go.
I'm sorry, yeah, so I gotta pay attention, man. Sorry.
I'm not
My
paying
brain
attention.
works
One of us
slow.
has
I
to.
broke my brain when I was 19. I hit a log truck head on.
A log truck?
Yeah, I broke my brain.
You broke your brain.
Yeah, I took a left right here.
Dang, man. How do you, you suffered a serious
That was 19
brain
years
injury?
ago on Halloween. 19 years old, I hit. So I doubled in age since the accident.
Dang,
Yeah, I'm spending the last 18 years trying to remember what I was doing.
that's wild, man. Did anything come out of that case? Like, did you get taken care of by insurance or anything? Like,
I have no idea. I just want chocolate milk all the time.
they just want
I just want chocolate milk. Yeah.
That's what all you remember from back then?
Yeah, they taught me how to like cut food up and stuff again.
Chocolate.
Just don't cut my brain. My brain was swelling.
Your brain swelled. Were you
Yeah, and TBI, you get a bad up and stuff.
were you in a coma or anything? Like,
Huh?
did you end up in a coma or?
Yeah, they put me in induced coma for 6 days because my brain was swollen. And when you have TBI, you're combative naturally. So it was on Halloween, and then I was dressed like a dead guy, so like the first zombie before zombies.
Oh,
The
jeez.
car accident, I was all combative like a zombie looking.
Oh man, that's terrible.
I
I mean,
wish I could have seen it. Yeah.
how ironic is that? You know, they.
Yeah. I don't remember any of it. It was on Halloween. I haven't dressed up since then. 19 years ago now. I'm 38.
It's probably not a bad idea. You don't want to poke a stick at the memory of that one, man.
The passage to the left of that road, so I got distracted.
You're good, man. So I'll take a left. Yeah.
Take a left right here.
Okay. So you're from Utah originally. Do you have any family out here at all?
Yeah, I think a lot of my family's out here.
You have a lot of family out here. Okay.
Well, I think all of it. I've never seen my dad's side. You guys never seen me. I had other father figures. Take a left right here or go straight.
Okay, I'm gonna go straight.
And then take a left up here. Anyway, take a left and then get back on Plum Street. And then I go all the way up to the interstate. But I had to press through along the way because
Okay, cool.
the interstate.
Yeah, well, I mean, then I'll get you to the to where we need to be, like the station or whatever, like the train station. Were you going to the train station? Was that where you were headed?
Yeah, what time is it really right now?
4:35, 4:40 basically.
Yeah, I was gonna check
there's
some
Jack in the Box
books. Yep, there you go.
Boom, we're in there.
Yep, Salvation Army's right there.
Oh man, okay, yeah, we were right around the corner, man. We just we danced 8 blocks to get to.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Well, I didn't realize what we were doing at first, so
You're good, man. You're good.
McDonald's right over there.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
It's good. Where do you end up sleeping, man, at night? Like,
it really depends on the day, really.
so it just kind of wherever you can find a safe place or a dry, warm, safe place?
Well, I kind of stayed at my friend's house and
Oh, okay.
I stayed in my friend's tent.
Okay.
Back and forth.
Do you feel like that's enough shelter for you to like stay out of the elements? Like, is that tent actually keeping you dry?
No, I'm usually in the house. I've been working since I was 14 years old.
Oh wow.
Like, I'm laid off now and there's nothing I can do about it, but I have a job right now. I'm trying to live off unemployment, but yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Well then, like a lot of things are shut down now, so it's hard to even find a job. So what do you like, man?
Some burgers.
Yeah, just
Anything
whatever.
seafood.
What? No, man, whatever. Don't worry about it. We'll get you whatever you want. How about a double jack? That sounds bomb. Or do you like cheeseburgers, or do you like
That's it.
we do something like that? Yeah. How about the?
I usually get the pizza with all the stuff on it, so it has all the nutrients,
Okay.
It's mashed with whatever I can, it's good.
Well, I don't think they got pizza here, but
No, I don't have pizza.
I know they got a lot of. There looks like there's a whole salad on top of that burger. So We'll do that one. Can I get a number 5?
Number 5. Right now we can't do burgers.
You can't do burgers?
We can only do fried food right now.
Only do what?
So chicken? Like, what about the
Burrito.
like the you like the burritos?
I like everything.
Oh, okay, so
Me and food are like this.
you get right along. Okay, we're gonna do this. How about we go the Homestyle Ranch Chicken Club?
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do a number 12, a large. What would you like to drink? Root
Do you
beer?
want regular or curly fries?
Regular or curly fries? We'll do some curly fries, and then we'll do a side of. Oh, actually, yes, we'll do curly fries
Yeah.
and
Want to drink?
a root beer, please.
Okay, so I have one homestyle or curly fry large root beer. Anything else?
Yeah. Also, could I get? What do you like? Oh, there you go. Stuffed jalapenos.
Yeah.
Can I get a 7-piece of those?
Don't ask me what I want.
Did
You
you
know
want
I get
the,
everything.
I'll get whatever you want,
the
man.
3-piece or the 7-piece?
7-piece, please.
Okay.
What else looks good, man?
That's good.
The can I also get a box of those tiny tacos?
Yeah, do you want the regular or the loaded?
Loaded.
Okay. Anything else?
What's that?
Are those crunchy or soft?
Oh, they're kind of in between. Yeah, I can't. I don't really like crunchy tacos either. Actually, no, never mind the tacos. Those are like crunchy tacos, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, never mind. Don't worry about the tacos. We're gonna skip those.
Okay, so take off the tiny tacos.
Yeah. How about we do a 10-piece of the chicken nuggets? How about those? Those sound bomb?
I sent you
What
nuggets.
about that chicken fajita pita?
And a chicken fajita pita.
We can't do that.
No, oh, because it's grilled.
Sorry.
Oh, you got me on that one. Okay.
My stuff jalapenos.
Oh, I got 7 of those for you. How about some? Oh, you know what would be bomb? Those. Could I also get one of those chocolate overload cakes?
Yeah.
You like chocolate, right?
Actually, I'm not a fan of chocolate.
Oh, I changed my mind. What about the mini churros? Those are pretty bomb.
Yeah.
Can I get a 5-piece mini churro instead of the cake?
Yeah.
Okay. And and a cheesecake.
And cheesecake?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would like to get a. Actually, I'll get another one of those. A number 12 with regular fries and a Coke.
Large?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Actually, no, that can be regular. That doesn't need to be large. Whatever. It's already typed in. You're good. Leave
You
it
want a
there.
medium instead of a large?
It's already. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Do it just how it is.
Okay.
And if you could put the that homestyle, the last number 12, like just throw that stuff in a separate bag.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And yeah, that's good.
Okay, it'll be 42.47 at the window.
All right, thank you.
You can have some of that stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, I got a meal for me. Thank you, sure. He said, so you can have some of that too. Yeah, I got you.
I wasn't trying to.
No, man, you're good. I got myself that you inspired me. I decided that I'm gonna get that chicken sandwich too. Man, it is dumping out here. That's crazy. You hear that? Just that's crazy, man. The sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the
537?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, man. Yeah, we'll go there right after this. Yeah. You ever go to Starbucks?
Yeah, make coffee.
I got this Starbucks gift card here. Yeah, I don't know how much it's on. I think it's still got a chunk of change on it, so at least it'll get that morning coffee going, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee is like food.
that's for real. Sometimes that's all you need is some
Wake up
coffee.
and ready to go to sleep.
Hey, I'm serious. I'm with you on that one, man. I spend a lot of time, just wishing that I had that cup of coffee.
Yeah, I just got a brand new cup the other day from the gift from the window and I was like, right there.
There you go. Throw up this thing.
Everything's cheaper than your
Okay, 42.47.
All right, there you go.
Did you want your receipt?
Yes, please.
There's the code. Hold on, just take that. Oh,
Got it. Yeah, we got it. You want me to tell them to change it? There's no problem,
Their
dude.
coffee's
Their coffee's no good? Okay.
it's like instant. Like,
There's that.
Okay, thank you.
you gotta blend it.
Sorry, one more time?
You gotta like blend this coffee differently.
Instant coffee's not too bad, man. Like those Folgers crystals, like the instant ones.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Or that Keefy.
That your coffee big up the mix the right way. You can't order it the same way.
So you actually tell them to order it a different way to get it? You do?
I've had a
Here's a
different
root
mixture.
beer.
We're gonna do this one again? Alright, there we go. There you go.
I have a different mixture. Then like we come over, I make it differently.
Okay.
It tastes good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. You guys keep that in mind. You gotta order, special order your coffee.
What do you taste? It's instant. It has a different way.
Sure.
Right.
Because you can ask them to do it a certain way. You can, what's that?
Root beer dispensary here. The root beer
Yeah.
is the best I've had at any place.
Really? Hey, you're amazing. Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Appreciate you. Alright, let's get out of this torrential downpour here. Whew. Dumping right there, man. That's great. So this is you're saying that this is the best root beer?
Right here. Yeah,
Okay, I'll take it right. Turn
this is the best root beer out of all fast food restaurants. You gotta get soda from a fountain.
Yeah.
The root beer is the best.
Well, I know they have the new ones now too, where you can do like a you can get vanilla.
It's not original. I like it.
Oh, okay. That Barks or the
Barks is better, yeah.
Barks is pretty good. It's got caffeine in it too, which is good.
Does it?
I think so. Yeah. I might just be saying.
Barks doesn't have that.
Okay.
I never thought that root beer had caffeine.
So you gotta remember to tell me which way to go.
We're on that.
Left? Oh, okay, not that one. I'll read the signs. She's going to.
We left in this one.
Okay. Yeah. So what's like the day to day like for you, my man? What is it? I mean, it seems like you got to stay moving. You know what I mean? To stay warm. So just like, do you find yourself just moving a lot, walking a lot? Say it again.
Or just stay inside.
Just stay inside.
Yeah, don't go out. Don't go out with them.
Yeah. Okay. So build a little fire and stay warm. Do you? So were you trying to come down here to the Salvation Army to grab some food? Was that your original plan, or was it? That was your original plan.
I might have time to have something for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the yeah. Go ahead. Let me move this.
Oh, is it good too?
Not really. That's fine. I'll put mine on my lap, dude. You're good. Really all good. You can wedge it in there. Well, it might fit. I don't know.
Alright, so you want to chill?
No, man. Jump in it. Just take it. Yeah. I think. Oh, good. They threw a fork in there too. So, do I take it right here? Is this it?
Yep, just turn it. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna catch a bus in the back corner over there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's there. Over there by
Okay. I'll whip the block here real fast. Was it there?
That's not it.
So dude, that's perfect.
About to go win. Straight play, like $20. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, it's not $20, but it was $20 Monday.
Okay.
I have to buy things also, so but part of the reason I go is,
Coffee and it's warm. Yeah. Yeah. Which
then
one is
I
that?
get winning and I'm like, and then I leave broke.
That's gambling, man.
Yeah, I leave broke like every time I forget to walk away.
You never win. They always
Yeah,
win. That's
yeah.
how it's set up to make you lose.
Bro, you gotta walk away from when you're winning. You gotta win and walk away.
That's why you need a spotter. Someone's gonna be like,
Yeah, I try to tell them that. I need something.
someone to make you leave. Like, it's time to go, man.
You mind if I eat just a little bit real fast? Or,
Go ahead.
or-
Come on, man. I turned your seat warmer on. That should be.
Is that what time is it really?
It is 4:50. So the
I'm about to pull up tablet right here. So I'll see it. You're the only one in the car right there.
perfect.
That's really brown.
Yep.
Around they're not going straight, you know?
You gotta engineer your mouth.
Everything is kind of
Well,
everything works because of something like that, you know? It's all basic. It's basic mechanics.
basic mechanics, my friend. You're right. What are some things you feel like out here in Olympia that are going on that you'd like to see different? Like, I don't know. Like, has Olympia changed much since you've been here?
Yeah.
How so?
Morals going away.
Morals?
Morals, yeah. People start mentioning their kids. They're like, I don't want to be like my mom, so they'll be on like, let them do whatever they want. And then you come out and good.
Yeah. Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah. No, I think that's a big deal. We need to.
And then people on morals are doing stuff that I would never do that to my friend. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. You shouldn't have to, like, worry about someone's moral character. You know what I mean? And we should have it.
Man, that's a big deal too.
Yeah.
People's
That's the
moral
future.
character that's a big one. Yeah.
Another future is what we want when our life.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. When you were young, do you feel like that was part of the
respect, you know.
respect? Big deal too.
Respect's important.
Yeah. Do you feel like when you were younger, in your upbringing, that's something that your parents like told you a lot about? It was like,
I feel like, yeah. When you're younger, that's when you have to, because then you don't know how to be like that when they're older.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you feel like you're a lot like your parents? Do you feel like you're similar to your parents?
I feel like I can be.
You can be.
Oh.
Yeah. Who do you feel like you're most like, your mom or your dad?
Probably mom.
Your mom? Is she? You said no. Is she still back in Utah?
No. I lived in Utah when I was born.
Oh, okay. So your whole family moved out here.
Then as a kid, no, I was just born there. My mom was a military guy. He was in the Air Force. I've
Okay.
never seen him before.
Okay. And then, when did you end up?
But I
In,
lived in Texas and learned how to talk and like learn how to be like, you know, the hospitality sort of thing. Like,
Sure.
kind of bred in because in the Bible it says train a child how to be when they're old. You know what I mean? You train them as a kid. However you train them, how they're gonna be when they're old now.
sure.
You know, I've never seen it wrong. Seems like how it always is.
The Bible has yet to lead me astray, so that's good. What are you hoping to get done, like 2021? Like, how would you like to see this year end for you?
A job in a house.
Job in the house. Would you want? Do you like this area? Do you like Olympia?
Can you pause that?
No, you I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's tough, man. These areas. I mean, sometimes like when you go through the hard times in an area, it's hard to stay in that area because it just reminds you of the hard times.
Yeah, everybody's got their own hard time.
Yeah.
One time or another, there's some hard time.
Facts, man. Do you have siblings? Do you have like any brothers or sisters?
Huh?
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have two sisters.
Two sisters?
I have two sisters, a stepbrother, and a new brother. As old as my son.
Oh, and you have a kid, huh?
Yeah, a couple kids.
Oh, wow.
My son's gonna be 16 on the 5th.
Oh, man. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. He's playing on.
16 on the 5th.
Yeah,
That's a big deal, man.
that's old.
Yeah.
He's gonna be driving me around. So.
Are they in this area as well?
I know they're with their mom.
Okay.
I planned it was a planned child. You know what I mean? I feel like she'd be a good mom. And she was.
That's
She
awesome.
She is.
She is. Okay. That's cool. That's good that you support her parenting. That's great.
Best choice I made my whole life.
That's good to hear, man. What's your
Just
son's
having
name?
my children with her. You know, because she stepped up and she did good.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. It feels good to hear you say that. That like that was the best choice you made. You found a partner that you could create something
It was
with.
a good choice to have my kid with him.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool.
All right.
Yeah, right. You win one. That's one for the team, right? That's a W. What's your son's name?
Nicholas?
Nicholas. Right on. That's very cool, man. I don't think I even got your name.
Tomas.
Tomas. That's right.
Yeah.
It was just because I was saying it so weird. It didn't stick in. Tomas. Yeah.
It's Tomas. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I'm sorry, man.
Which is great because in Spanish, "Que tomas" means "what are you drinking?" Take that how you will.
Whatever you're pouring.
I used to swim through town.
Yeah, right.
I have a lot of funny little drunk stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have funny probably.
What's
And they're incriminating probably too.
incriminating?
Yeah.
What would you say was your best year? What was your best year? What do you think? Like you're like in your memory, like in your mind, like from what you can remember for the last 39 years, like 38 years.
I'm not sure I understand that.
Well, like, I mean, because people say 2020 just sucked, right? Like, oh, 2020 was terrible.
I
Whatever.
don't keep track of the years like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever years it was, I'll know what I was doing at the time,
Okay.
not the year that it was.
What period of your life was your favorite?
I don't know, when I was a kid, I had nightmares every time I went to bed.
It's a scary time.
Yeah, I watched my family or my friends get killed by a killer that I knew was going to kill them, and I had to warn them all the time, but I never could get there in time.
That was the dream.
Yeah, all the time, every single day.
That's terrible,
A
man.
different setup though, a different one. One time there was terrorists coming in through the window. I was looking out the window of an airport. Terrorists coming down off the ground. They were coming in, shoot people with machine guns. I went to an office, hid behind a door. Someone came in, and I woke up every time. And that was the most recurring one out of all of them.
I used to have a recurring dream as a kid too. It was not that, but it was involved, you know, like someone like breaking into the house and killing me, and like, I don't know. That's an
I always almost get there. In first grade, remember Doogie Howser, MD?
Yeah. Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, but the kid doctor.
Yeah.
His best friend Vinny in the window. They come in the window.
Yeah,
He
that's right.
slaughtered my whole family when I was in first grade. In my dream.
Vinny killed your family in first
my
grade?
family's blood in the fountain.
That's crazy,
And I
man.
was about to kill him. I was about to tell him about it. They were trying to kill him. You know, all my family's going to get killed by this guy. I was trying to warn him, and I got so close doing it, and then he slaughtered them all. He like in my face, like, and then I woke up after seeing the blood through the fountain, through the water fountain. I
Okay.
was in first grade. It just got worse.
Well,
Matt Ridge dreams bad. That's when I started smoking weed. Because I started smoking weed when I was 17. I stopped having dreams like that. You don't really dream when you smoke weed.
Really?
Some people do, but
I would think you
it's been
dream
said
more.
That you don't. It's been said that you stop dreaming so much. Like, I don't know why. But it works for nightmares. It's the best antipsychotic I've ever taken.
started. Okay. So, have you found any other like self-medicating ways? Like, have you been self-medicating in any other ways?
I do a lot of thinking, meditating.
Drinking?
No, thinking,
Oh.
meditating. Yeah, I spend a lot of time alone.
Yeah.
People always say that help them calm down. When I come around, people always calmer. I like being in a room of rest. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't run. I'm old now. I don't run. I don't run from the police. I don't run from nobody.
Yeah.
You know?
Why do you feel you'd have to run from the police?
Exactly. I don't. I walk to them if they come to me. You know, I beat them to it. If they come at me, I come at them.
Like, I'll meet you in the middle. It's cool. Just start walking. You're saying there's not really.
Let them know that you want to talk to them about what's going on. You know what I mean? Everyone should be helping each other.
Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong.
You know what I mean? Camaraderie is the West Coast thing.
Sure. Do you feel like the police in Olympia are pretty friendly, or? What are your
Yeah,
feelings
nice.
about the police here?
They're nice. I don't really know them.
They're pretty chill.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
I try to remain aesthetic so I don't have to worry about any kind of question or problems with them. So I don't interact with them very often.
Sure. Because everyone kind of does their own thing and
Yeah. Yeah, my mom does. I just do my own thing.
don't
all
give
the
them a
time.
reason to mess with you type thing.
Yeah, you're not gonna do anything that looks bad.
Yeah.
Like the other night, I was walking up to Wheeler, and there's this gas station, and then there's a clean your car place, and there's these two machines on the wall. And I was trying to figure out what the heck they were for, like maybe for soap for the car or something. So I was trying to look at it, and then I pressed the change thing, see if I got any quarters, and the cops are like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, they thought I was like, "What's it look like I'm doing?" And he's like, "Look like you're beating the machine trying to get change, or like you're breaking the machine or something like that." I'm like, "I don't know. I did press the quarter machine to see if I got any change, but sometimes you win if you do that."
Yeah. You got to play to win, right? It's the old
And the cops
lottery.
said I have to, be more think about visual aesthetic. What does it look like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't look like that again. You know, it looks like it, but something like this. So maybe remember your appearances. What he said.
Wow.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay. Well, how did that feel? Like, was he
Something
like?
with those ideas. My memory doesn't remember things word for word like that.
No,
the
but
idea of it, I remember.
Yeah,
The
no, you're
feeling,
making a
yeah.
good point though. I mean,
Whoa,
that's.
these are delicious. You know what?
I'm actually like, I had some pizza before I dropped that pizza off, and I think I was less hungry than I expected. Yeah, those churros are the hit though, dude. Those like
Oh, yeah.
were my
Oh,
jam.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
snack.
haven't even got you yet. How can I have no first?
Dude. Eat it how you feel comfortable eating, bro.
Everything you say.
So you said like it's interesting. The police said like you got to think about
Like what it looks like.
aesthetically, like what we see. The optics here is like,
Yeah.
all right, how your appearance. You said.
Yeah.
So what was he
When I
referring
was
to? Like,
younger, my friend, my homeboy told me it's all about appearances.
it is,
It's
yeah,
all about appearances.
because that's what people make a snap judgment about you based
Yeah.
off your appearance.
Yep. First impression.
Yeah,
After I was in the bus. What bus was that?
I was one that was parked there for a long time.
Up there? Or right here?
Yeah, the one that's parked up there.
Alright.
Do you feel like you get judged like do you feel like you get bad judgment passed on you now, like nowadays? Do you feel like
Then what?
how do you feel like people judge you now, like based off appearance?
I feel like I don't care. I don't care how they judge me.
Right.
Judgment is every day, and people always make judgment all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
People can think what they want, but
You have a bunch of sauces
they all
here
have
too.
their
bro.
own
Yeah.
shoes, you know. They have their own shoes at hard times.
Do you want to dunk any of those chicken nuggets in there?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
was back.
Yeah, man. A whole bag full of sauces. Bunch of happy little kids on the side of it. I don't know what they're doing. But they're happy.
Yeah, just saying. We're going with black belt and flavor teriyaki sauce.
Teriyaki sauce.
Yeah.
It's like how you used to do like the ultimate mix when you do like go to the soda machine. You just mix all the different sodas as a kid.
Oh yeah, maybe graveyard or something.
Graveyard. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of like with the sauces. You just like throw them all in the same thing and just
Yeah.
assault your taste buds.
I was in Lancaster, California when I was hitchhiking in Texas, and I seen somebody that take their straw of somebody's drink that they weren't looking and stuck up like part of like a hot mustard or something in the little tip of it and put it back in the drink.
Oh
So
no.
the guy would go have a drink, they have a shot of hot mustard first. And I had no idea that's how that
Yeah.
did.
You said
like
you-
putting eye drops in people's drinks and stuff like that.
Oh man, that'll make them get explosive diarrhea.
Yeah.
So you said you hitchhiked from Lancaster, California to Texas?
No, from Ocean Shores, Washington.
Oh, all the way from Ocean Shores.
Yeah, I got to Austin, Texas in 6 days.
You hitchhiked all the way to Austin, Texas
Yep, I
in 6
walked there
days.
pretty much. Hitchhike. Walked
From
there.
Ocean
I got there
Shores.
6 days. It took me 7 days to get out of Austin.
To get out of Austin?
Yeah.
Totally took you 6 to get there?
Yeah.
Dang,
From
why,
Ocean Shores.
why were you hitchhiking all the way down there?
I needed to change myself.
Okay.
Mm.
Were people pretty friendly, like picking you up?
Southern hospitality is real.
Yeah.
Everyone was nice down there.
Yeah.
Up here, everyone seems like they're not.
Everyone's got issues.
Yeah. That's a good combination.
Yeah, there you go, man. If you could live anywhere in the country, where do you think you'd want to live?
Texas.
Texas? Yeah.
That's my happy home. That's what you asked me earlier. That's the question.
That's like a happy place for
That's
you.
the answer.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid in Texas.
Yeah.
My front yard was a big forest. My backyard was a granite mountain, like a big hill.
Yeah.
It was cool. There was like lightning bolts that hit.
Yeah.
Can't touch metal in Texas when the lightning bolt storm.
Because it'll shock
Lightning
you.
storm.
Yeah.
My aunt's TV blew up when lightning hit the lightning rod once.
And your aunt's TV like exploded?
They said it blew up. I don't know what that meant. I wasn't there.
She got mad at the Price is Right and kicked it off the TV stand.
But
Blame it
blew
on
up-
the-
it blew
blame
up
it on
when
the lightning.
Hit the lightning rod. I thought the lightning rod would protect it from that.
I don't know,
But it
man.
blew the TV up, I guess.
It's crazy to think that there's like you have to have a rod to like draw the lightning so it doesn't
Yeah.
hit anything else.
I thought, yeah, for real.
Lightning's crazy, man. Have you seen, I lived in
Yeah.
Wyoming for a while, and
In Miami.
yeah,
They
and
have
I'm
that lightning too.
oh, dude, it was wild. Like I
I love lightning.
remember like you heard the thunder, and so I went down to but it was so close it was like shaking the house, and so I went to the back door and I was standing at the window and there was a tree probably like 6 feet outside of the back door, small, not a big tree, but you know, a tree,
Yeah.
and lightning, it was the lightning struck the tree and just like the tree it blew up, and I remember like it kind of knocked me down from the door, and then and I can't remember if the thunder didn't lightning and thunder. When you see the lightning and then you hear the thunder,
Then
that's
you
how far
can-
away it was.
you
Yeah.
can't- Yeah, you count the distance.
But the thunder hit immediately, but it sounded like a train was driving through my living room and it like knocked stuff off the walls. It was
Oh man.
crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of voltage.
Yeah, yeah,
You say most people don't survive when they get hit by lightning.
yeah. That is definitely. I mean, if anything, that'd be the one thing like that I wouldn't mind like have if I
Yeah,
could survive something,
yeah.
just to say I survived like getting
Yeah.
struck by lightning, you know. Like the one thing I wouldn't want to have happen is to survive a shark attack.
No. I met one person that did somewhere. I don't remember where.
A shark
it was.
attack or lightning?
Oh, no, lightning. Yeah.
That's crazy. Survive a lightning strike. That for me, that just seems like you got brass balls at that point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
been struck, and then you hear people like once they've been struck, sometimes they get struck again. Like
Yeah.
the
like
percentage,
returning customer.
yeah, like returning customer, yeah. Lightning's like, I got your number now, pal. I'm coming for you. Like you defied me
You
once.
don't need a kite today.
You don't need a cat. I'm coming for you. They say you're what do they say? You're more likely to get struck by lightning than like attacked by a bear. They make all these weird comparisons. I'm like, I don't want any of that to happen. I'd rather see a bear get struck by lightning than to fight a bear and get struck by lightning. I don't want any of that. But some people just have the percentages running in their favor. They're going to have some screwed up situations.
Yeah. I never seen lightning bolts ever in Washington. When we lived up here in 4th grade, it was the darkest year of my life.
Really?
The 4th grade, yeah, because it was all clouds.
Yeah.
In
Well,
Texas,
that's,
is no clouds.
yeah, the big sky, yeah.
Bright. I got here, it was the darkest year. But I never saw lightning bolts. It always just like clicking the light switch.
Yeah.
In the clouds, it was, you know,
Yeah, like a little surge.
Yeah, but then in Ocean Shores, when I lived in Ocean Shores, there was a lightning storm, and the lightning bolts were coming down right above you.
Yeah.
I was riding my Chrome BMX bike with a lightning pole, trying to see if I could draw the lightning on. But I think people tell me the rubber tires kept me safe.
You were tempting fate,
Yeah.
man. Tempting fate.
It was my heart stopped a couple times when I was looking up and the lightning come down. When I had a big old pole sticking up and the lightning like around it looks like. But like I don't think it was though because it didn't blow no thunder right away. You know?
Right.
It was close.
But I mean, hey, could have been the storm was far away, but the lightning's close. And here in Seattle, in
yeah.
Washington, we have a lot of electrical storms because of the cold and the hot fronts that move in. They merge on each other. At least my buddy Nick Allard, the weatherman, that's how he explained it. So, but yeah, so they have these like high altitude like weather patterns.
Yeah, I heard sea level's gonna rise again or something.
Yeah, global warming, man.
Inflation.
Global warming, I guess. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
What?
What are you gonna do? Just got to get some swim trunks and some and a snorkel.
Did you unpause it?
No, it's just my battery's about to die, so just no big deal.
Oh, is it paused now?
I can if you want me to.
Oh no, I was just making sure there was something.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What were we just talking about?
Lightning striking, and then ocean shores and the lightning rod on your bike, and then talking about how it was a dark time because
There's reason for that dark time.
Yeah.
Dark time. But what I said right before I said dark time.
Talking about you were in 4th grade and you lived in Texas before that. And then you saw your first, when you moved to Ocean Shores, you saw your first lightning storm.
Oh yeah, that's why, because of lightning. Sorry, I said it already.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a flicking of light switches all the time in Washington. I thought Washington sucked for lightning. And then there was that one year, and then it's been lightning bolts ever since.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty intense. I mean, when you do get a storm out here, they can be pretty intense.
Yeah, and they got this heavy mist too.
The mist.
That's what it feels like. It's like you're walking through like mesh.
Mesh.
Yeah, water mesh. You're just going through it.
Yeah, like it's kind of
Like
pulling you
wet,
back.
top and
Yeah.
bottom the same. Like,
Yeah, that's really what it's just like thick, watery air. Like,
it's like a rain cloud's on the ground instead of up there.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm too lazy to lay. Just be in the air. I'm gonna lay down.
the cloud said, "I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna hang out down here.
Yeah. So you don't have to drip anymore. You just sit.
I'm too lazy to drip. I'm just gonna be. You just get. I'm not gonna come to you. You gotta walk through me. But I'm gonna get you though. You're gonna get wet.
Yeah, I own this spot.
I own this spot. You can walk around if you want, but I'm here.
It's a shorter way.
I'm a cloud, fool. Find out. Walk through me and find out.
I like a burger in the barn. I would have ate it first. Burgers are the best things that are hot, by the way.
Yeah, man. I like to. You know, what's funny is I like my food kind of at room temp. I don't like it too hot. You know.
Like fries, they taste really good. When it's fat, you know what I mean?
Say again.
But burgers and fries, they taste really good when they're fresh. The burger is the best thing though, because it has a combination of hot and cold food.
There you go.
It has to be eaten right away for it to be good for you. So.
I'm okay with it whenever, actually. I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the lettuce and the mayonnaise and the
Oh, here you go.
tomato.
I got a buddy.
You can't reheat it safely without making it unhealthy.
True that. That's a good point.
It's the best thing to eat first.
I got a friend who he lost his Subway sandwich, and by that I mean he set it down somewhere and forgot where he put it. And like a day later, he found it in his sock drawer. Like he was getting something off his dresser. I think he set it in the sock drawer, shut it, forgot about it. And I'm there when he finds it. He's like, "Oh man, I found my sandwich from yesterday." And I was like, "Okay." This fool opens it up, scrapes off the mayonnaise, and just chows it down before a soccer game. And it was just one of those like I threw up almost watching him do it. Oh my god, dude, that's
smart though. That's one of the things that's bad is the eggs and the mayonnaise.
Yeah, but still, man, you're not gonna get all of it off.
Contaminated parts, you know. Yeah.
I was just blown away. I was like, all right, dude. There's a Subway across the street.
I eat anything for money, you know.
Right.
People like drop like something like they drop some French fries right out of the vat on the ground or some a chicken nugget, and they're like, "I'll give you $5 to eat that." I'm like, "Sure, I was gonna eat it when you weren't looking anyway."
He said I was gonna eat it when you weren't looking anyway.
You know what I mean? It's hot out of the vat. It's killing everything it's touching right now. You know what I mean? It's 450 degrees.
Yeah.
Nothing's living, but it doesn't matter.
That's a good point. You're like the he said I was gonna eat it when you weren't looking anyway.
I'll get money for it.
You're gonna pay me to do what I was gonna do anyway? All right.
Yeah. $5 to do what I like.
Yeah, I was gonna tie my shoes later today. Won't pay me to do that as well, because whether you're here or not, that's happening. I was gonna eat it anyway. That's hilarious, man.
That's real.
Yeah, right.
I mean, obviously, it's not something gross.
Right.
I want sick. I want to eat on anything that's gonna be from excrements.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta have some standard in there, right?
I drank a cup of juice, or no juice, a cup of liquid smoke from the smoke trap in the broiler at Burger King.
What?
A cup of smoke that drips,
Yeah,
whatever that black stuff is that drips.
You put in the vape pen or whatever?
No, I drank it. I drank a whole cup for $10.
What did it do to you?
I sweat oil.
You were sweating oil?
Yeah, sweating oil. And when I went to the bathroom next,
Yeah.
number 2,
Okay.
all it was oil in there. That's it.
You just punished your intestines, bro.
I'm a human oil filter.
You know you're not meant to be.
Give me all fat oil and I'll give you back some clean oil.
It's, you can go into business for yourself, just purifying people's like oil fryers. Yeah. There we go.
And $10 a cup is pretty good.
$10 a cup.
Yeah.
You run a steep rate, bro.
To get.
There we go. Man, fresh oil. The human filter. You're like, I was gonna drink it when you weren't looking anyway.
Well, that no, I wouldn't do that. I'm talking about like the fresh new food that falls down and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
You know, because it's still killing the germs or whatever.
Yeah.
That stuff, that had to be money to even do that. To be considerate.
I don't think there's a lot of stuff living in that oil either. So, but hey, you know,
Huh?
I don't know if there's a lot of stuff living in all the chemicals in that oil either.
Right, yeah. Yeah, some of the oil is just cholesterol.
That's what you're worried about. You're like, well, it's the cholesterol that's the real problem. Like, no, it's
my poor is shed oil.
that's a good. It
My
makes the.
excrements are pure oil.
Well, see, there you go. Then you don't have to worry about wearing a raincoat.
In the toilet, what it looks like.
Gross.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, then
Easy as pie. No.
yeah, effortless. I didn't even know it was happening.
Oh, that would suck. Not even know. Isn't that called incontinence or something?
Yeah, I think that's you can't help but urinate yourself. I think that's being incontinent. Yeah.
Food's really good, thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
It's giant here too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's raining. It's pouring. I'm soaked to the bone. We were out covering this protest they were doing over one of these neighborhoods around here.
What?
There was a protest over here that I was filming in one of the neighborhoods, and it was just pouring rain. I mean, it's been like this all day, so I can't imagine if you're outside today too. It's just dumping.
Yeah.
Not fun. Not fun.
If I didn't have to leave, I would stay in my friend's tent. But instead of just walk around here, I would stay on the tent. When I come down here, I come in right in the tent.
Is it a big tent? Is it a big tent?
Yeah.
Like big enough to like sit down in? And...
Yep. There's more than just a tent. There's like buildings and stuff.
Oh, it's like a structure.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of those out in this area?
In some places, I think. I've seen some.
Like a tent city type setup, like the kind of like a small community of people in tents.
Yeah. I'm really curious about what's underground.
Underneath the tents?
Underneath Olympia.
Oh, like the underground?
The only used to have the door to it, the doorway to the underground. There's a whole underground that goes all the way down to the Capitol and all the way under this and that.
Really?
It seems like IRS might work under there or something.
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
I've never heard about it.
I mean INS.
INS, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like underground secret detective stuff. Through the underground, yeah, I never heard of it either until I saw it through the window, or through the circle on the wall, on the train wall. You look through there, and there's in the right light, you can see there's like hallways and rooms of like this other place. So they build a whole city on top of the city here.
Well, Seattle's got an underground too.
Yeah.
I know Bremerton's kind of got its own underground.
Yeah. So I don't really know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I can fit in that window. I don't know if I can get out though. If I go in the window, but I'm not falling in that. It'd be too high to get out. Am I gonna get trapped in there and die of starvation, or am I going there to see the secret Russians down there or something there? You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna see?
I hope none of the above.
What am I gonna see? Am I gonna be able to get out? That's the thing. That's why I don't go in. That's why I haven't been in yet.
It's like how they have those.
I slide right through that window.
They have those fish traps. How like you can go in, but you can't get out.
Yeah. Is that what's gonna happen to me right now?
I hope not. But how about this? Don't go in the window.
Yeah, I just really
Have someone else go in the window for you.
Yeah. There's other ways in. I heard there was a door by Wheeler almost.
By where?
Wheeler?
Oh, where we were just at?
Yeah, it is.
There's your bus. The 94, is that it? Go.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, man. Tomas, it's been a pleasure meeting you, man.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, any of that garbage, man. If you got a bag, you can just throw it all in one of the bags. I'll take it out later, whatever.
Oh, I'll take it. Okay.
I don't want you to like miss your bus, though. It's gonna be there for a couple minutes, all right?
Hopefully.
It's only 5:20, so.
I know.
You want me to grab that out of there?
Yeah, please.
Do you want this in there? This dipping sauce here?
But I'm dipping on shit today.
What's that?
Yeah, it's like a burger with that. I'm dipping on everything.
You're good, dude. Don't worry about it.
Maybe we should go park in front of him.
Just park sideways in the street, block them off.
I'll go over though.
Yeah, just take what you want, man. You don't have to take the garbage if you want. It's fine.
I'm not eating food.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You're good.
Don't you want some?
No, I'm good, dude. I still got to eat the rest of this burger. All right, man. Good luck out there.
Hey.
Hope you come up big.
I am. I was doing this. I'm gonna probably take the same bus back.
Oh, okay.
You get there, you have about an hour, but in 20 minutes you're winning or you're not.
Hey, you got to remember, if you come up, step out.
Yep, you win, you walk away. That's
Win and
my
walk
thing.
away, bro. Win and walk away.
You think I can leave this time?
Yeah, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to take all the garbage.
Hey, sir.
All right, man.
I'll see you later.
You take care of yourself, right, Tomas? All right, you got everything?
Yeah.
All right. Get a hand
The
warmer
hot
here?
warmer?
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
Thanks, Alex.
You take care, bro. Later.
Thank you.
Later. All right. Well, I know it was dark in here, guys, but that was a good little conversation. It was interesting talking to Tomas there. He, funny dude, man. He, I like what he said. They were like, oh, they offered him money to eat something on the ground, and he was like, man, I was gonna eat that anyway. So, if you're gonna give me $5, I'll do that at the same time. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so a good dude, man, and hopefully things work out for him. Yeah, that was good. It felt good to be able to help out. So I got to pull up on how to get out of here. What I like, he did have a really calm way about him, which I really appreciated. Like, he was very chill. And it's funny, like I feel like I was almost more excited to have him riding with me than he was to like get a ride and chill and eat, you know? Like, he's just kind of like, yeah. I was like, man, this is so great, you know? But yeah, he didn't survive lightning strikes and shark bites, no. But that's two things that I don't ever want to have to go through. But if I do have to go through one of the two, I'd rather survive a lightning strike, because I'm terrified of sharks. So yeah, that's really cool. It's good to be able to help out, you know? I mean, if you've got two and someone has none, we can both have one, you know? And it's funny because people are like, well, that's communism, you shouldn't have to distribute. I mean, just offer it then, you know? Just get a chance to like share with what you got. If you've been blessed with an abundance, man, spread it out. What's up, Carol? Yeah, he was talking really low, and it's super loud, and it's raining hard. And he's a very like low talker. So, but still, I think I tried to repeat what he was saying, but I didn't want him to feel like I was, I don't know, patronizing him or I don't know. But but it's cool to be able to do what we can do, and we can do something about it, you know. This is what's wild, guys, is this is like a theme that's been coming up. Maybe it's once you start leaning in a direction, like more things of that nature will start coming back to you. And so it's things like it just Carol sent me a link to For the People by the People, where they're doing work with the homeless community down in Bakersfield. And then it was you know, just little things. And then there was and they're working, like I said, the homeless community down there. And then the group that occupied the hotel in Tacoma, from Tacoma Housing Now, and they're an advocacy group for houseless individuals. That came up, and in this trip we started planning to tag team with For the People by the People in Vegas to help the homeless. And then today, I mean, you know, it just seems like these things they keep coming up for a good reason, you know. And I think that's kind of like, in my eyes, that's like God's way of saying, hey man, like here's where you could be best applied, you know. The service that I'd like to see of you, you know. And maybe just, you know, one opportunity to share a quick meal and a conversation with a guy with an interesting, you know, story. But I think that you know, there's always a bigger opportunity at play. So hopefully I'll be able to figure out what mine is as I keep going and apply it as best I can. And while I'm driving here, I'm trying to figure out. I haven't been to downtown Olympia in a minute, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to get out of here. So, but Olympia, like I asked him if Olympia had changed. He said yes, but structurally, it looks really the same as I remember growing up out in this area, kind of. So this was like the big city for me. Veronica, yeah, if you guys are able to donate, again, through the 3 Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, I try to utilize the funds. Obviously, it helps make all of this possible, but it also makes things like that possible. You know, we're able to buy a meal for somebody. I'm looking forward to having a more transparent opportunity with the fundraiser moving forward with the collaborative efforts we're doing with For the People by the People, so that we can generate the funds, and then at the same time we'll be able to go ahead and show everybody what we're doing with every dollar that's donated. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be awesome. Kind of really get you involved with everything that goes along with, you know, doing what you can to help out. So, but Oly Town, man, it's funny because this downtown area here is like, it's all. I mean, historically, it's been around for a long time, but I keep forgetting it's one way. There was a tattoo shop right there that my friend Amanda did her tattoo internship at. An amazing artist, Amanda Rose Knight. If you guys ever get a chance, I don't know what name she operates under for her art nowadays, but just an incredible artist, and in every way, painting, writing, drawing, just incredible. But so when she was going through her internship, I'd come down and hang out every once in a while, and her view of Olympia was through the artistic eye, and so I got a chance to really see a lot of the things that Olympia had to offer that I had missed when I was young, you know, because this is where we'd come up to like wreak havoc, you know what I mean? Like, I was in Yelm, so when we came from, you know, you want to go to like the big city, it would be, you know, like Olympia or Lacey. Even Lacey was a big deal, but Olympia had the state capitol, and we would come up here and skateboard and like, you know, get chased by security for, you know, being on the streets or being, you know, in the Capitol on our skateboards, being little hellraisers. But yeah, so Olympia, yeah, the big city. there's, you know, I gotta say that there definitely is a noticeably high number of homeless individuals in Olympia here. I think it's like it's bigger. It's a city. It's a capital city, but it's also the you know, it's been around for a while. I think that you see it a lot more here than, I mean, you see it in Seattle, obviously. I think you just become more accustomed to seeing it. Plugster, you watch your mouth. Yelm does not suck. You're about to get banned. Yeah, we're gonna be setting up an Amazon wish list as well for the trip. Just saw something in one of the comments here. For the trip to Vegas later this month. Some things that you guys might be able to do to help out. Some of the things you might be able to provide for that humanitarian trip we'll be going on. So I'm super stoked about it. I think it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have to do. I was just watching a documentary. Man, the roads are just like driving through a lake. But a documentary I was watching about the tunnel people. I don't know if you guys saw anything about that, but there's like this whole underground. There's like tunnels, like what Tomas was just talking about. There's these underground city in Vegas, like old storm drains that like big storm. I don't even know what you call them, but like aqueducts. I think is a proper term. And they would, you know, there's different sections. There's like based off of a couple different criteria in the aqueducts, but there's just these people that are like that just fully live subterranean, like 100%. It's wild. Oh man, barely has a movie. Okay, I gotta turn off comments now because if I look over and I see Plugster over here cracking on my T-Mezzo, crazy stuff. Whole car just drifted on that one. Like I hit a puddle on the freeway here. The whole car just went like slid over almost an entire lane. Not fun. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do like a multi-view stream. So that we can have, you know, more views available on the stream, and it's going to be interesting because I'm going to try to figure out how best to navigate like a Q&A, you know, questioning like how much I want to engage with people. I know that from what I've seen from John and the team at For the People by the People, which I'm going to keep plugging you guys. For the People by the People is over on Facebook. You can check them out. I think they might be on YouTube as well. They're the group I'm going to be working with in Vegas. They're in Bakersfield, California. So I encourage everyone, if you want to see some real heartwarming things at the end of the day, I mean, I like to watch, you know, videos that'll make me smile or laugh, but that's definitely one that'll make you, that'll warm you up, because these guys are doing great work. Just reaching out and helping people. And so, but I know that they talk to folks, and they have people in Bakersfield that they know they see regularly. So, but I don't know how much real exchange they are looking to have. I think maybe it'll come down to how much we have to give out. You know, if we have a ton of stuff to hand out, which I'm hoping for, you know, that's my goal. Oh, shit, I'm in the part of my language. The road just disappeared on me. Like, that was not cool. This is just stupid. The road, you can't even see the freeway here. Like, there's no lines. There's just a blanket of water. Like, the freeway just merged off, and I was driving straight for like a median. I'm gonna white knuckle it the whole time now. But so if we're able to get a ton of stuff, and all we can do is just hand out. But they're doing things like they're making hundreds of pre-made sandwiches. Pre-packaging or containering up soup, whatever they can find, whatever they can do to help and feed, clothe, whatever they can do. So I'm going to try to gather as much resource information as I can before I go down, and hopefully we'll be able to print up. If anyone can think of any creative things that can be done to help out, that'd be really cool. Something just came to mind. I know that you can donate phones to, like, old cell phones to the shelters. I think they have some for like battered women shelters and things of that nature. I don't know if that's something that the homeless community would be able to use. If it's something like, I don't know, I'm just riffing in my brain here. Like if there's any other like off the beaten path ways that we can help through donations of whatever it may be. If you guys can think of anything that would really help push the wheel along, creative and unorthodox is accepted, let me know, and we'll do what we can to help facilitate that. So, but I know we got a lot of people excited about the trip. There's a lot of people that are looking to help out. So, and you can do it in your own towns too. So hopefully we'll be able to keep this moving forward and do as much of this as possible. I'm optimistic about our opportunities to continually work on making our nation as amazing as it can possibly be. But I tell you what, guys, I'm going to sign off for now because the road is just atrocious, and I'm way too much of a scatterbrain to not find myself at an impasse here trying to focus. I can't even talk right now. I'm trying to look at the road here. There's just like waves of water getting washed over the median. So again, thanks for tuning in with me, guys. I had a cool conversation with Tomas. Big shout out to that guy. I really wish him all the best. His son's birthday coming up. Good for him. That's awesome. Happy early birthday to Nicholas. And hey, if you guys all have somebody like Tomas in your area, hopefully you guys can all reach out as well. Extend a meal or a conversation even. Sometimes, like the woman said the other day in Tacoma, like sometimes that conversation can be the difference, make all the difference, it could save a life. So I love you guys. Appreciate you dialing in with me today.